Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into Wilmington Wildcats Weekly, brought to you by Breezer Construction Company. We do apologize for that delay in getting things underway tonight. However, there are some things that are just out of our control, and one of those is senior night here at Coal City. The Kohlers had at least 40 seniors, from band to cheer, football players, all that good stuff, that they introduced tonight after the Fresh Soft game. The Fresh Soft game got over at 6:50. It's 7:25, so that's how many seniors that they had to end up introducing here tonight. But that's all right. You only get to do this one time. So the Kohlers out there on the field now, and Wilmington just joining them as well, as the Cats and Coal City get set to go at it here in Week 9. In one of those games that's kind of a good news, bad news thing for both of these clubs. Matter of fact, we'll talk to Coach Raints here in a little bit about his thoughts on playing Coal City in Week 9. As a matter of fact, I think next year that will go back to earlier in the year, and that's where Coach Raints would like to see it. We, as a fan base and as a group of broadcasters, like to see it as a later game, I think.
You're right.
Because you like to see both teams kind of in the middle of a season and getting to the end of things and everybody kind of where they should be. If you would have played this game at Week 1, Week 2, you'd have a completely different outcome, I think, than playing it tonight. And there's just something about this particular rivalry that I like in Week 9, but I can also understand why the coaches want to move it up to Week 1 or Week 2. I get that.
You do?
Yeah, I do get it. Because if you think about it, you play this at Week 9, two physical teams, you beat each other up, and you get some guys not feeling so good going in the next week, and then you got to open up the playoffs, and it's not a conference game anyway, so it's, yeah, I can understand not wanting to play it in Week 9, but I think from the fan perspective, it's much better off here because you kind of build up to it during the year. But
I guess I'd have to grudgingly agree with you. It is better for those reasons.
Yeah.
But from a fan basis, it's a lot better to see them when they're both hitting all cylinders and meeting head to head.
Sure. Yeah, and that's really the only reason I think that the coaches don't want to see it in Week 9 is because, if you get some guys injured or you're pushing it a little bit too much against a rival opponent, you don't have any weeks between now and the playoffs. You just go straight into that. Now, of course, both of these teams should get fairly decent draws come playoff time. I guess Coal City, if they lose tonight, might be a little bit more rough type of situation. If Wilmington wins tonight, they go to 8-1. They will host next week. Even at 7-2, the Wildcats have the opportunity to do that, I do believe. Just kind of depends on playoff points where everything fall. The thing that really hurt Wilmington going in to the playoffs this year is that Ottawa game at the beginning of the year. The Pirates have only won one game all year. That affects playoff points.
Oh, yes.
And once you get to kind of the end of things tonight, if Wilmington were to lose this game and drop to 7-2, playoff points determine kind of who hosts that next round. And without getting those 3 or 4 wins that a tougher opponent would have given you in Week 1, you now end up with the possibility of going on the road. And, of course, for Wilmington, that's kind of where things were this year. I mean, they were struggling to find anyone who wanted to play them in Week 1. Ottawa took that, and Wilmington ended up winning that game. But, in future years here, when this whole I-8 thing kind of realigns, we're going to get some different schedules. But I love the fact of where this conference is going here. Not next year. There's still a regular I-8 schedule next year. After next year, this whole thing realigns. You go back to those 8 teams and a core conference that you play the same people every year, and then you get a couple of games outside the conference. I love that. I also love going back to all of these teams in this area playing each other.
Me too.
Reed Custer, Coal City, Wilmington, Mantino, Piatone, and every week you're playing one of them.
Yeah.
And to me, that's what the I-8 should be. It's spread out all over the place, and I understand Streeter will probably be back in, but, Sandwich and Plano, even though they've been in this a long time, it just never has really seemed like a natural fit for the I-8. I think the teams that are going to be in it going forward really are kind of a good look for the I-8 conference, or what might be the I-8. That name could change depending upon what Plano and Sandwich decide to do, and if they try to keep that name or not. So, but tonight we got a couple of teams meeting up together that always are interesting in Wilmington and Coal City. They're both finally out here after a good 45 minutes in between games, and we should see Wilmington running the football like always. Coal City, I expect to see a little bit more passing tonight because the Cats have not been quite as good against the pass as they have against the run. And At times this year, the defense has been a little all over the place. But for Wilmington, it's starting to come together a little bit. And you still have to remember that they're doing some growing. And so is Coal City, by the way, playing a couple of young guys tonight. And Wilmington's got 2 or 3 of those sophomores who are now at the end of the year, and they're essentially juniors. But that learning curve's still there. So,
yeah, one of the places that Wilmington has grown up a lot is in the special teams with the kicking game. It started out, that was a real adventure the first game or 2 of the year. And they've become pretty consistent as over the last couple or 3 games where they kicked last week 2 field goals, and could have, the one that was 26, 27 yards, could have been good from probably 40 yards. So that was pretty good. So it's nice to see him making that headway and all the guys growing up, and the team maturing, and they have a second gear they can go to when they can switch their today's their backup quarterback, original quarterback from last year back in their lineup, and Dempsey can really make things happen for them.
Yeah, it ends up being an interesting game tonight, and for a couple of reasons. One, it's a natural rivalry game. Wilmington really needs to win tonight, though, to make sure that they host a playoff game next week, which is, of course, where the Cats want to be. And if you're Coal City, you really have to win tonight in order to have any shot at hosting a home playoff game next week. And, of course, in 4A, that first-round game could be relatively interesting when you come into that. Coal City, by the way, losing 2 games so far this year. Of course, the game earlier this year to Herscher, that 30-20 game, that was really good matchup a few weeks ago. And then Coal City also lost to Piatone last week, 30-24. But you want to talk about a tough end of the year.
Oh, boy.
Piatone and Wilmington back-to-back in weeks 8 and 9. That's
getting pretty tough.
That's about as tough as you can get. And for Coal City, they drew probably the hardest schedule in the I-8 with Herscher, Wilmington, and Piatone all in it.
Tell you what, anybody plays Herscher is in for battle. That team is going to represent the I-8 well in the playoffs.
By the way, let me have this opportunity here to kind of promote our show tomorrow night. We will have the IHSA football playoff pairing show. That will be tomorrow night, 7:45 here on the network. I believe we'll be over at Jeff Dillon's place tomorrow night. Terry is out of town. He ended up getting called out by Breezer to go, ironically enough. Breezer is sponsoring the pregame show. Terry got called out by Breezer, I believe, to go to Ohio. And we could have used that, I think, but we went ahead and just went to Jeff Dillon as our backup plan. So we'll be at Jeff's place tomorrow night for the playoff pairing show, and that'll be an interesting night. It always is, and to see kind of where IHSA does with all that stuff.
How many years have you done this?
Well, this will be a lot. I mean, it's been almost as long as we've been doing this, so a good probably 7 or 8 years at this point straight of doing it. And we're trying to put things together to talk with Coach Raines too, and we'll do our best to make that happen. I think we did that last year, and we'll try to line that up this year as well. So once they find out who they're playing, we can talk to him and get his thoughts. But we go 1A through 8A starting tomorrow night, 7:45 here on the IHSA playoff pairing show. Well, we need to get some ads in here. My goodness, we're running through all kinds of time in this pregame show. Let's take our ads. Matter of fact, we need to go ahead and get to that interview with Coach Jeff Raines as well. We'll play a few ads. We'll come back with that interview in just a moment. Wilmington on the road at Coal City tonight for Week 9. We'll take a break, come back with Coach Raines after this. You're listening to Wilmington Wildcats Weekly, brought to you by Breezer Construction Company here on the Christian Internet Sports Network. Breezer Construction Company is a proud supporter of Wilmington Wildcats football on the Christian Internet Sports Network. For over 40 years, Breezer Construction Company has led the way in providing quality construction to the industrial, utility, and pipeline industries. For more information on Breezer Construction Company, go to breezerconstruction.com. That's breezerconstruction.com. Or call 815-521-0900. Welcome back here on Wilmington Wildcats Weekly, brought to you once again by Breezer Construction Company, joined by the head coach of the Wildcats, Mr. Jeff Raines. And Coach, a good win last week. Your kids came in kind of fired up and ready to go against Sandwich, and we knew that was a team with 1 win, but was playing a little bit better than that, and they came out and kind of put 4 good quarters together.
They really did, and like me, you talked about, a lot of respect to Sandwich, because they had some really tight ball games during the year. But Kids played well, and I'm really happy for our seniors on senior night. Again, Dempsey had a huge night along with Lombardi. Both ran over 100 yards. Josh Jones in the middle. Defensively, I thought our kids, for the most part, played okay. We had a few breakdowns, but we're going against a really good back too. The Sandwich kid, who I found out later, is going for a school record of rushing this weekend against Seneca. So he's had a lot of success this year. We were able to bottle him up a little bit, but no, a great game. Real happy for our seniors, like I said, and great team effort.
One of the things, we talked a little bit about this on Friday night too, is that special teams unit starting to gel a little bit better, and the snaps are great now, and Trey's getting kicks. I mean, that one, I think it was like a 28 or 29-yard field goal, and that would have been good from 40.
I agree.
So it's starting to go together a little bit better.
And boy, that's a lot toward Bobby Bolster, our special teams coach, does a great job with our kids, and for Trey to be doing that, and for Brock Bolster to get a punt return, and I pointed out the other night on kickoff how our kids are doing a better job, and so it's a huge part of the game. We try to work real hard at that, and I think it shows on Friday, and it's something that's going to be big for us this Friday against Coal City.
You're on the road again for only the third time this year, and all these games have kind of been close away games, and the Coal City Wilmington thing is kind of a game in its own during the year. Right. Everything else kind of gets shut out, but when you throw that in week 9, and everybody's waiting for that playoff game the next week, good case, bad case scenario.
It really is. Well, first off, you play against a very good team, and I always say when you play against very good teams, you find out again where you are with your strengths and where you're at with your weaknesses. You have to make sure that you're, you get pointed out what things you have to work on. Now, the bad part about that is you don't want to, get beat up too much, and it's going to be a physical game, and it's the way it is. But again, it's Coal City, Wilmington. You can't worry about all the outside stuff. You want to play good football. You're playing against a very good playoff team. You're playing a rival. A lot of respect for those guys. They do a great job, and so it's going to be in a way, it's a playoff tester because it's going to be a playoff atmosphere. You get to see how your kids react.
And a little bit changing of the guard and coaches there, and some things have kind of been moved around a little bit. And Dan Hutchings now taking over the head coach position there and they've been a long time guy before that, and it's just to the point now where they've kind of switched gears, but it doesn't look like they've missed a whole lot going from one to the next.
And it's a credit to the program there. What you got is Dan took over. Well, here I'll go back when I first started coaching. The head coach there was Ken Miller, and his defensive coordinator was Lenny Olson. Okay, well, Ken Miller won a state title, and then he retired. Well, Lenny Olson took over for how many years? Hutch coached under Lenny. All right. Well, then Hutch just became AD there. He got out of coaching, and Lenny, was till last year. And you saw they've had great success. Sure. He went to a state title game himself. Well, now Lenny retired. Hutch has his kid coming through the program. He decided to take it over, but he did bring back Ken Miller, and who's a great football mind in himself. And so I know there's a lot of change, but boy, a lot of continuity. Guys that have been in the program, guys that know the program, and so them playing. I mean, for a couple brand new coaches, boy, a lot of similarities to what Coal City was in the past.
Well, an interesting thing too is that throwing a lot of different kind of looks and stuff at you, at least offensively, from what we've seen on film. There's a lot of different things going on there offensively, which is a little bit different for Coal City.
It really is, and for Ken, it's Ken Miller's offense. And I tell you what, for me being the defensive coordinator, I got bloodshot eyes from watching as much film as I could, just trying to get everything down. And if you don't do that, he's going to find your weak spot. If you don't adjust, he's going to eventually find where you're not adjusting to, and he's going to end up finding that point, and he's going to exploit it. And so it takes a lot of work from my standpoint and our whole staff standpoint, just because you're going against a quality team. And but again, it makes you that much better. Hopefully, come playoff time when you go through those adjustments.
What are you looking from them defensively going into this one?
I see them changing up a little bit up front, a 4 and a 5-man front. They did a lot of changing up last week versus Piatone. For us, we got to keep doing what we're doing, and we're not going to change a whole lot. And we got to be able to run the football. I think both quarterbacks have done a really good job. I think up front we're healthy, which is what I'm really happy about. And injuries are a big part of the game. Can we stay away from injuries, stay healthy, and have a good ball game?
And speaking of which, kind of where are you injury-wise this week?
We're okay. I think, like I said, at Catbackers the other night. The Ballmeister kid, I think he's going to pad up, and he can play if he has to, but he's still hobbled by that ankle a little bit. And then you got the Harvard kid. He is going to be back. He started working out this week. I don't know if we're going to get the cast off or if we're going to have to club the thing, but he might be able to help out the next week in the playoffs, which is good. Matt Alexander had knee surgery this week, and he's going to be out the rest of the year, and that's from the Westmont game. We were trying to figure out what was going to happen there, and so he's out. And then we got a couple other guys that we knew were out for the season, but we battled the injury bug all year, but by the same token, our kids have done a great job of next man up is the motto, and they've done a great job with that.
All right, Coach, good luck tonight, and once again, we'll talk to you in the postgame.
All right, John. Hey, thanks, buddy.
Coach Jeff Franks joining us here on Wilmington Wildcats Weekly, brought to you by Breezer Construction Company. Going to take a quick time out. When we come back, we'll get you set for opening kick here tonight from Coal City as the Cats on the road to take on the Coal City Kohlers. Back here in just a moment. You're listening to Wilmington Wildcats Weekly, brought to you by Breezer Construction Company here on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
When you need the very best representation on your side, the attorneys and staff at Odekirk Allred and Associates are here to help with extensive professional experience in cases involving criminal defense, divorce, custody, personal injury, residential real estate, and driver's license reinstatement. Odekirk Allred and Associates and its diverse team is prepared to commit personalized attention and aggressive representation to achieve positive outcomes for your most stressful legal issues. Odekirk Allred and Associates has a team of highly skilled attorneys from the area, including Wilmington locals. Odekirk Allred and Associates takes pride in its communication skills and unmatched reputation for success. Contact Odekirk Allred and Associates at 815-740-1700 or stop by their new office location in Wilmington at 1095 South Water Street for your free consultation today. Quigley Technology Services is your local source for computer help. They have built numerous websites, including ours here at the Christian Internet Sports Network. Quigley Technology Services also specializes in virus removal, so your computer will get back to full speed now. And you can trust them for first-class computer repair, including free local pickup and delivery, plus on-site service, including after hours. Contact Quigley Technology Services at 815-293-7844 or stop by at quigtech.com. That's QUIG tech.com. Phelan Acres Bible Church is the perfect place if you are looking for a church to call home. They have services every week, including Sunday school at 9:45, morning worship at 11, and Wednesday night prayer meetings at 7. Phelan Acres Bible Church is located at 26009 Willow Lane in Wilmington, Illinois. And for more information, call 815-476-7818. That's 815-476-7818.
Back in the Christian Internet Sports Network as Wilmington Wildcats Weekly, brought to you by Breezer Construction Company, rolls along as the Coal City Kohlers introducing their seniors here tonight after we had that full senior night program that took about 40 minutes a little bit earlier tonight. The Kohlers are running through that run-through with their seniors being announced tonight, I think, instead of their starting lineup. I think that's what they're doing. In any case, Coal City is in their green jerseys with gold pants here tonight and green helmets as well, along with those gold letters and numbers. Wilmington will be in all white tonight with purple letters and numbers. And have we seen all white yet this year? I guess we have. They haven't been on the road hardly at all. I was going to say, I don't know if we've seen them in all white yet this year.
Yeah, I don't know. Come to think of it. I think there's been a time or two we've seen them in all white.
Number 84, Casey Lesson.
Well, we're about 1 minute away from opening kick here tonight as they're still going through all of the seniors here tonight, and then we'll get set for opening kick. Matter of fact, I don't think, have they even done the national anthem yet?
I don't think so.
I think we're so far behind schedule here tonight that who knows? We could be here till like 3 o'clock in the morning at this rate.
Yeah, they've elected to introduce each one of the seniors on the team one at a time tonight, too. So there's a lot of seniors.
The Kohlers are coached by Mr. Dan Hutchings.
So both teams will take the field here tonight. And we'll get set for opening kickoff here from Coal City. Boy, we've got a big crowd on hand for this one, as it should be.
This is an important game here.
Coal City comes into this game at 6-2 on the year. Wilmington at 7-1, and this is really, all kidding aside, this is a pretty important game for both of these teams for playoff seeding.
They both got a lot of resting on this. Might be a home field advantage in the first round of playoffs, depending on this right here. So
I believe they're going to get to national anthem here tonight. We'll take a break when they get there. And when we come back, we'll get to opening kick. Matter of fact, that pregame clock has run all the way down. So we just have national anthem and then the opening kick here tonight. We'll take a break, come back with that kick in just a moment. You're listening to Wilmington Wildcats Weekly, brought to you by Breezer Construction Company.
If you're looking for more information on Wilmington Wildcats football, then check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's. Each week, Coach Reentz goes over game film, takes questions from the audience, and presents the Offensive and Defensive Player of the Week awards. Plus, you'll get to hang out with other Wildcat fans and get the inside scoop on next week's game. So be sure to check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's. If you need something done around your house, chances are Beth's Busy Bees can get it done. They specialize in residential and commercial cleaning, but they can also do lawn care, small home remodeling and repair jobs, and even things like caregiving. Beth's Busy Bees is a small family-owned business, and they will treat you right every time. Call 815-685-9111 for Beth's Busy Bees today. Warren's Collision Center is your hometown body shop. Your vehicle will get expert care with their drive-on frame rack and in their Bink spray booth. Warren's offers free estimates, pickup and delivery service, and they will get you set up with a loaner car while yours is in the shop. Warren's Collision Center is located at 242 North Front Street in Braidwood, or online anytime at warrenscollision.com. That's warrenscollision.com. Warren's Collision Center, where they care beyond the repair.
Well, I think we're finally ready for some football tonight here at Coal City. We're pushing, 8 o'clock as opening kick tonight? 7:50. This JV game, or the fresh soft, if you will, got over at 6:50. So that hour in between games was enough to do all the senior night stuff here tonight. But it also made things push back a little bit on our broadcast end, and we do apologize for that. But again, only one time in your career do you ever get to be introduced as a senior, and we want to make sure that they have full well right to do that here tonight and make sure that we give them enough time to make that happen here. Well, both teams out there on the field. National anthem is done. And what will be a very important non-conference game here at the Interstate 8 will get set to take place here tonight. The Cats Fresh Soft team went down in defeat to Coal City. I believe it was 42-26 the final, as Coal City won that game here tonight. The Kohlers will tee it up at the 40-yard line, kicking off left to right, as we are inside the press box here at Coal City. Carter Copes, 6'1", 205-pound senior, will tee it up here for the Kohlers. Back deep for Wilmington. It looks like Mateo Lombardi and Brock Bowles are back at their own 5-yard line. So Copes will approach here and get set to kick off left to right. This will be down at the 8-yard line, goes through the hands, but then picked back up by Lombardi across the 25 out near the 26, and that's where Wilmington will start 1st and 10 here tonight. The Cats led by Keaton Hopwood. The wingbacks will be Connor Dempsey along with Mateo Lombardi, and Josh Jones will anchor that fullback position tonight for Wilmington. Up front for the Cats, it will be Jesse Cox, Jake Hill, John Cox, Devin Hicks, and Blake Geis. William Van Dyne and Anders Alberg will start in there at tight ends tonight for Wilmington. As Hopwood back up under center. First and 10 for the Cats from the 26. Cole City with 6 down linemen here. And the pitch comes near side. Big hole out across the 35 to near the first down marker at the 36-yard line. As Connor Dempsey will pick up right at 10 yards, and it will be a first down for Wilmington. The ball right at the 36-yard line, which is right where the first down marker was. And in that unusual play call for Wilmington, where Connor Dempsey takes the signal and relays it to the rest of the team, while Keaton Hopwood goes under center. And it's just kind of how those two guys have worked together this year. They've really just managed to have each other's backs. Handoff near side. Dempsey gets hit in the hole and dropped at the 36-yard line. Boy, that's a nice play. Defensively, I believe that's Austin Pilara, who ended up with the stop for Cole City. No gain, bring up 2nd and 10 for the Wildcats here. Just underway, 11 minutes to go, opening quarter. No score between Wilmington and Cole City. The Cats managed to pick up 1 first down so far in this drive, but nothing going on that first down play. And now everything tucked back in here with double wing. Pitch comes near side across the 40. Dempsey strings it out to the 43-yard line. Nice gain on 2nd down there for Connor. He'll pick up 6 yards. It'll bring up 3rd down, actually almost 7. It'll bring up 3rd down and a long 3 for Wilmington.
3rd down, 3.
Ball all the way out to the 43-yard line of Wilmington. And again, Cole City going with 6 down linemen here. I'll make that 5 as they back out 1, and now 5 down out front. And Wilmington pulls Cole City offside. So you got those 5 down linemen, and then you end up with the 3 or 4 linebackers across. So Cole City showing 3 up front here, and now they'll bring 1 or 2 more down when Wilmington comes up to the line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Cats from their own 48-yard line. And again, Cole City goes 5 down. And pitch comes near side. This goes across midfield down to the 48 of Cole City. Be a gain of close to 4 yards for Connor Dempsey. Bring up 2nd down and 6 for Wilmington. As Max Arias in the stop for the Kohlers.
This is pretty normal for Wilmington to start with 1 guy and have him carry it 4 or 5 times in a row.
Well, and that won't be the only time you'll see that stop motion either, to try to pull him off sides.
Oh, no.
Wilmington will try that 6 or 7 times tonight at least. And if it keeps working, there it is again. And no flag for offsides that time. Pitch comes near side. Dempsey still churning ahead. Inside the 45 down to the 44-yard line of Cole City. A gain of close to 4 more. It'll bring up 3rd down and 2 for Wilmington from the Kohlers' 44-yard line.
This is exactly what Wilmington wants to do. They want to control the ball and drive in long, steady drives, eat up the clock and eat up the yards.
So 3rd down and 2 here. Again, everything packed in with that double wing. As Wilmington, that should be a legal procedure on the Cats. It looked like Josh Jones and Connor Dempsey were both moving at the same time, so this will back it up 5 yards, and that's not what you want to do if you're Wilmington, because 3rd down and 2 is much different than 3rd and 7 against this Kohlers defense.
You're absolutely right. That's the thing that will destroy a ground game quicker than anything. You don't have the presence of mind to keep yourself in together.
Well, it was just weird. It didn't seem to go together all that well. I mean, they went with the stop motion, and then as soon as that kind of went back to a normal set, everybody just fell apart, it seems like. 3rd down and 7 for the Cats out of the double wing again from the Cole City 49. Handoff. This is Lombardi inside the 45. Mateo inside the 30. Lombardi is gone. Touchdown, Wilmington.
Wow.
49-yard touchdown run by Mateo Lombardi And that makes it 6-0 Wilmington with 8:06
Well, wasn't that great
to go
play
opening
calling?
quarter.
He had him going time and time again on the left side with Dempsey, and then he goes to the right side with Lombardi, and it was wide open.
So Matteo Lombardi with a 49-yard touchdown run, and now Trey Shaw on to attempt the extra point. Again, Josh Jones to snap here. John Golson will hold. And Trey Shaw with this kick right to left. This has looked much better the last couple of weeks, and that one looks pretty good too. And it's straight through the uprights, and Wilmington leads at 7-0, 8:06 to go opening quarter. Take a break, come back with more Cats football in just a moment here on the Christian Internet Sports Network. Teresa's Family Styling Salon in Wilmington is an all-ages salon that will style your hair for that special look. They offer cuts, perms, and coloring for any fashion. They also carry Paul Mitchell and Brocato products. Teresa's Family Styling Salon is located in the Southgate Plaza in Wilmington, and you can call for an appointment at 815-476-1955. That's 815-476-1955. Racchetti's Cafe and Pizzeria in Coal City is all about relaxing with family and friends while sharing an authentic Italian festival of food. They are the home of the Chicago-style deep dish pizza, but they also have a full menu including pastas, burgers, salads, and more. Check out all of their daily specials too online at racchettis.net. Racchetti's Cafe and Pizzeria is at 375 South Broadway in Coal City, and they are open till midnight or later every night. Stop in for an authentic Italian experience at Racchetti's. So Wilmington leads at 7-0 here with 8:06 to go opening quarter. Trey Shaw to kick off right to left here from the Wilmington 40-yard line. Blake Harsheim back deep for Coal City, and this is going to kick sideways, picked up at the 25, and returned across the 30 to near the 32-yard line. As the Kohlers will start 1st and 10 from there. Coal City will be led on offense by 6', 165-pound sophomore Peyton Hutchings, who will be under center here tonight for the Kohlers. So a pair of sophomore quarterbacks tonight at the varsity level, which is kind of rare. Two receivers split out to the near side with one setback and the fullback offset. Now receiver in motion to the far side is Williams. Handoff goes up the middle, and that's going to be a gain of a yard. Boy, pretty good job by Wilmington's defense there. As that's Connor Skubik, the 6', 185-pound junior on the carry. And he gets no gain. Stopped by Andrew Gramlich for the Wildcats. It'll bring up 2nd and 10 for Coal City. Two receivers split out to the near side again with that tailback and the fullback offset to the right side. And now Skubik, the tailback, in motion to the near side to make it trips. They'll swing it out here off the near side across the 35, near the 40, out to the 42-yard line. And Bolzer's probably lucky that he didn't get a late hit there or a personal foul, because that tackle was made way out of bounds. But he did contact him inside the yard line. So, and it is Coal City 1st down, almost exactly 10 yards on the screen pass to the near side to Skubik. I formation here for Coal City. One receiver to the near side. 1st and 10. Wilmington with 5 down linemen here early in this game as well. Skubik in motion to the far side. And Hutchings hands it off, and that will go nowhere. As Nevin on the carry for Coal City. Brendan Nevin, a 6', 195-pound senior. They will give him 1 yard. It'll bring up 2nd and 9. Under 7 minutes to go opening quarter, with the Wildcats leading 7-0. So one receiver to either side. Hutchings back up under center here as Skubik, the lone tailback, and now Gavin Williams in motion to the far side. Hutchings drops back to pass. Fires deep down the far sideline and overshoots everyone. And, I mean, there was no one out there. It was intended for Gavin Williams, but very good coverage by Brock Bolzer. There was just nothing open, and Hutchings just got rid of it and threw it away. And that will bring up 3rd down and 9 for the Kohlers. That's where you want to be if you're Wilmington, by the way. Force Coal City and a 3rd and long. So one receiver to the near side again. That tailback set for Coal City with Skubik back deep and Brendan Nevin, the offset fullback here. Skubik in motion now to the far side. 3rd down and 9 from the Kohler 42. Hutchings fires near side. That is caught. And then breaking a tackle up the near sideline is Brendan Nevin, and he'll be tackled all the way down to the 21-yard line. Well, that's some good running by Brendan Nevin.
Peyton Hutchings pass complete to Brendan Nevin.
A gain of 37 yards by Brendan Nevin off the reception. And Connor Dempsey ends up making the stop, but quite honestly, that should be stopped after about 15 yards.
He just flat out refused to go down and shook the Wilmington defensive man off him like he was a fly.
So back to 5 down lineman. Hutchings trying to keep it off the left side, trying to get away, and now throws it away and out of bounds. Boy, that's really good pursuit by Wilmington defensively. I want to say that's Gramlich out there running him down. It's either Gramlich or Van Dyne. I can't tell if it's 46 or 48 from here. I think it's Gramlich who was actually chasing him, but Hutchings tried to roll out, and there was nobody out there to throw to. Matter of fact, there's nowhere to run either, so he just finally got rid of the football, bring up 2nd down and 10.
That's obvious what they want to do. They want to pass that ball.
Well, that's the only way, really, I think that they're going to be successful tonight is throwing the football, but you can do that at times against Wilmington's defense. Hand off. This is Skubik trying to get the corner, and he is not going to do it. Boy, that's
good
really
pursuit.
Nice pursuit on the backside. That's Connor Dempsey who tracks him down. Matter of fact, might be a loss on the play depending on where they spot this.
1 yard loss, I think.
3rd down, 11.
And it is a loss of a yard. It'll bring up 3rd and 11 for Coal City. Boy, that's fantastic pursuit by Connor Dempsey. And if you're Coal City, you kind of got to do what they've done before here. You got to go some screen passes or put some people in motion, make Wilmington kind of readjust and use their speed against them. Skubik in motion now to the far side as Hutchings drops back to pass, looks left side. He's going to fire out into the end zone, and that is incomplete. In fact, out of the back of the end zone. It was caught, and actually a pretty nice catch, but just thrown too far. Blake Harsheim made the catch, but he was clearly out of bounds. And it will bring up 4th down and 11 for Coal City. Looks like they'll bring on what appears to be their kicking unit here.
Well, that was just about 2 yards too long. That was almost a beautiful, beautiful toss.
For Coal City, this is a pretty decent kick as far as length goes. This will be a 40-yard field goal attempt.
They never hesitated. He must.
So Carter copes with the kick, and it is, boy, in there, but barely, as he does manage to squeeze it across the crossbar.
Wow.
And the 40-yard field goal is good. That's pretty impressive.
That's impressive, yes.
From Carter Copes. 7-3, the lead for Wilmington here over Coal City. Take a break, come back with more Cats football in just a moment on the Christiana Internet Sports Network.
Pro Real Estate is a family-owned business established in 1983. Its staff and sales agents work in all areas of real estate sales, from first-time homebuyers to experienced investors. Located at 506 South Water Street in Wilmington, clients are welcome to stop by to discuss their real estate needs or visit our website at pro-homes.net. For a private consultation, contact us at 815-476-7916. Breezer Construction Company is a proud supporter of Wilmington Wildcats football on the Christian Internet Sports Network. For over 40 years, Breezer Construction Company has led the way in providing quality construction to the industrial, utility, and pipeline industries. For more information on Breezer Construction Company, go to breezerconstruction.com. That's breezerconstruction.com. Or call 815-521-0900.
Carter Copes to approach here, kicking off left to right after his 40-yard field goal was good. Pretty impressive kick from Carter. This one taken down at the 3-yard line. I believe this is Bolzer trying to go far side, and he slipped making the initial catch, and he's going to be wrapped up way back at about the 12-yard line. And if you're Wilmington, if you're going to field that at your 2 or 1, just let it go into the end zone and get that back out at the 20. But in any case, Wilmington will have it 1st and 10 at their own 10-yard line. It's a nice field goal kick by Carter Copes.
I mean, they set up for that like that was just as an average field goal for him, and he did. He put it right,
probably
just barely
about the limit of his range.
Yeah, he
but,
was just barely over the upright, about 2 feet.
Yeah, cleared it by a yard or two, but that's a yard or two just enough.
Yeah, that's all I needed.
1st and 10 for Wilmington from their own 10-yard line. Pitch off the left side. That was actually cut back up the middle. And a gain of a good 4 yards or so. And if they lined up the same, that would have been Connor Dempsey. But it is Connor Dempsey on the carry for a gain of 4. And you have to understand, we are a long ways away from where that play is going on right now.
Oh, my.
Especially at the 10 on the far side hash mark. I mean, we're way up here.
We don't have any binoculars either.
2nd down and 6. Back to the double wing again. In motion is Lombardi. Gets the pitch back. Mateo. And he'll shove the pile out to near the 23, the 18, close to the 19. And a gain of about 4 more. It'll bring up 3rd down and 2 for Wilmington. And if you're the Cats, that's really all you need to do.
Yeah.
4 on 1st, 4 on 2nd, and then pick it up on 3rd.
This is a very important 3rd down to pick up because this means a field position.
So down to 3:45 to go here in the first quarter. 7-6 the lead, or 7-3 the lead for Wilmington. Back to the double wing again. And pitch comes near side. That's going to be near the 1st down marker. And Wilmington's still fighting. This is all going to depend on a spot. And this is going to be close. Dempsey kept chugging ahead. I think where they're going to mark this is far enough for a 1st down, and it is. Boy, not by much, though. Maybe the length of the football. That's about it.
Yeah, we'll give him this 2 yards, and that's about what he got. Had to fight for every yard.
Boy, great crowd here tonight. What's the chances you're at week 9 of the high school football season and the temperature is in the 60s?
Isn't that something?
It has been a beautiful year overall for football. Back to the double wing again. Pitch off to Lombardi trying to get the corner. Cuts it back across the 25 out near the 30. Going to pick up a good 8 yards, maybe close to 9 here before he's finally tripped up. And Wilmington will have a 2nd and short here. It
is 9
yards. A gain of, almost
a
closing in on 10. Well, they've done a nice job. You know, we haven't been back over here, I don't think, since they redid the bleachers and everything here. And it's a really beautiful place. I mean, it was a nice place before that, but
it's really improved, too.
It's a really beautiful place to come watch a game. Here comes a pitch off the near side, and this is going to be a 1st down. Again, not by a whole lot. Gain of maybe a couple here for Connor Dempsey. It will be enough for a Wilmington 1st down after a gain of 2.
Yeah, that won't help us per yard carry average. These 2, but they're very important 1st downs. You gotta slug it out and get 1st down. You got that clock running. Well, the clock's holding a 2:17 right now.
They go ahead and stop that clock. They wanted to just restart that play clock. So 1st and 10 for Wilmington from their own 33-yard line. There's that little stop motion again as they reset. Pitch now far side. Lombardi taking his time across the 35 out to the 40. Good patient run by Mateo there, staying behind his offensive lineman. And he will stretch it out to a good 6 yards here. Logan Perard finally made the stop for Coal City, but not before a gain of close to 7. It'll bring up 2nd down and 3 for Wilmington here.
Yeah, I had written down 6 yards, but it's really closer to 7.
So the officials will have a little timeout here. And discussing a little bit here, I think the play clock, but I'm not really sure why that would be an issue. Now they're sending somebody to the end zone here, and I'm not exactly sure what that's all about. They tossed something out to one of the officials who I guess they're going to keep the play clock on the field, maybe?
Yeah,
I don't, that's...
He's evidently going to keep it himself.
Yeah, I think he's going to keep it himself.
Don't really understand why that's necessary, but in any case, it'll bring up 2nd down and 3. I didn't see any issues going on, but...
No, they're keeping the play clock on.
Uh-oh. Oh, he did it one too many times.
So now Wilmington again with an illegal procedure. They go from 2nd and 3 to 2nd and 8. And that's now the 2nd time tonight that Wilmington has backed themselves up.
Yeah, I know. I'm a little slow on the down tonight.
So bring up 2nd down and a long 7 here. As the pitch back to Lombardi across the 35 to the 40, runs over a defender and gets out near the 1st down marker. Might be just short of that 1st down.
I'd say just a half a yard short, probably.
Picks up a good 7 yards on that carry to bring up 3rd down and about a yard.
3rd down, 1.
Well, again, keep racking up those 1st downs. That's what you want to do if you're Wilmington.
So 3rd down and a yard, everything packed in again in that double wing. Hopwood's going to keep it himself, and he'll pick up at least 2 yards here. And it will be enough for a Wilmington 1st down.
1st down, 10.
Well, and for the Cats, this is really all you need to do. Keep control of the football, get 3, 4, 5 yards at a time, and run clock and get some points. So down to 15 seconds to go in our 1st quarter. Wilmington's happy with that. They'll head to the sideline. And with that, at the end of quarter 1, it's Wilmington 7, Coal City 3. We'll take a break, come back with more Cats football in a moment here on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
When you need the very best representation on your side, the attorneys and staff at Odekirk Allred and Associates are here to help with extensive professional experience in cases involving criminal defense, divorce, custody, personal injury, residential real estate, and driver's license reinstatement. Odekirk Allred and Associates and its diverse team is prepared to commit personalized attention and aggressive representation to achieve positive outcomes for your most stressful legal issues. Odekirk Allred and Associates has a team of highly skilled attorneys from the area, including Wilmington locals. Odekirk Allred and Associates takes pride in its communication skills and unmatched reputation for success. Contact Odekirk Allred and Associates at 815-740-1700 or stop by their new office location in Wilmington at 1095 South Water Street for your free consultation today.
Start of quarter number 2, 7-3 is the lead for Wilmington, as they will have the ball at the Wildcats' 45-yard line, 1st and 10 on a drive that began at the Wilmington 10. And they've just slowly kind of churned up yards and kept the clock going.
35 yards so far, and they want to keep it rolling.
First and 10, Wilmington from their own 45. As the Cats go a couple of times with the stop motion, and now pitch back. And again, Lombardi taking his time across the 50 down to the Coal City 49-yard line. He'll pick up 5, bring up 2nd and 5 for Wilmington. Doesn't it look like to you, at least that time through, it looked like Lombardi was kind of taking his time and had an opening there and got tripped up at the last second. He's almost jogging to certain spots and waiting for a hole.
I think you've had it nice. He runs very patiently.
And that almost opened up for him. 2nd down and 5 here. Underneath it comes to Dempsey inside the 45 to the 40. Connor Dempsey down to the 30 and finally tripped up there. It looks by Jack Bunton on the stop.
That was a beautiful lead block out there. He just barely hit him, just enough to knock the defensive end off.
So that is a 20-yard run for Connor. Bring up 1st and 10 for Wilmington from the 29 of the Kohlers. As Wilmington just kind of churning up yards. There's really been no need to throw any passes so far tonight.
No, they're doing what they want to. They're controlling the clock.
So Dempsey resets here. And now the pitch back. Connor breaks a tackle inside the 25, cuts back down to the 21-yard line. And that will be a gain of about 8, close to 9 for Connor on 1st down.
It is 9.
Bring up 2nd down and a yard for Wilmington, just outside the Coal City 20. So knocking on the door of the red zone here.
Every carry has been by either Dempsey or Lombardi, except one quarterback sneak by Keaton for 1st down.
2nd down and a long one here. Again, back to the double wing. Pitch back to Dempsey. A patient again inside the 15 now, all the way down to near the 13-yard line. That is plenty enough for a Wilmington 1st down. Be a gain of 7 yards for Connor as Logan Perard makes the stop for the Kohlers. Well, let's give a lot of credit to that offensive line up front for Wilmington.
Yes.
Because this has been nothing but on the ground. It started at the Wildcats 10, and now they're all the way down inside the Kohler 15 to the 13-yard line. They've just been dominant to this point up front. And the pitch back. This cut inside by Lombardi inside the 10. And he'll get close to the 9-yard line. As Mateo will pick up close to 4 yards. It'll bring up 2nd down and a long 6.
Tackled by Ryan Wazalewski. 2nd down, 6.
Well, they've now gone from their 10 to Coal City's 10, 9.5-yard line.
This is where things get a little bit more difficult, though, because everything becomes packed in. Dempsey with that stop motion again. Now gets the pitch inside the 10. Connor.
Well, that's nice blocking up front for him.
Trying to get down to the 5. He'll get down to the 6-yard line, will Connor, and it'll bring up 3rd down and a long 3, close to 4. Well, that's just some tough yards right there.
That was totally by this blocker in front of him. Just shoved the line back enough for him to get through there. That was a hard-earned 3 yards.
Well, I'll tell you this much. If Coal City can get a stop here, well, that's a huge momentum changer for the Kohlers.
It sure is.
A big 3rd down here early in this one. 3rd down and 3 for Wilmington from the Coal City 6-yard line. And the pitch to Connor Dempsey, that's going to go nowhere. Matter of fact, that got blown up in a hurry. It looked like Skubik actually got through to drop him. And
were you surprised that Connor carried it again?
I was, yes, very surprised. What I thought was going to happen, I thought Keaton was going to fake the pitch and keep it, is what I thought was going to happen, but that went nowhere. Matter of fact, they actually lost a good 3 yards, and now Trey Shaw will attempt a field goal. This will be a 25-yard field goal attempt for Trey. I believe he made one last week from 26. Good snap, good hold by Golson, and the kick by Trey Shaw, who is just a freshman,
wow.
And it is no good.
It's no good. Boy, that had to be close.
Well, they say it's no good.
No good. He missed it.
And Coal City is going to take over on downs. Boy, that's a really good defensive stand for Coal City.
That's what Coal City needed right there. They needed that stop. They got it.
That's a really good stand by the Kohlers. Maybe that'll get something kick-started for Coal City. As the ball will come back out to the 20, and that's where the Kohlers will have it 1st and 10. I mean, everything there looked good. It was a good snap, good hold. Actually, good-looking kick from Trey, too, but must have just missed it.
It must have just missed to the left.
Of course, we're at an odd angle for one thing, so for us to see it is next to impossible.
No, we couldn't tell it here.
2 receivers split out to the near side. Here's the pitch off the left side. This cut back and a lot of room across the 35 to the 40. And out of bounds at the 50-yard line, Mateo Lombardi. Boy, you see the speed of Mateo.
Yeah, he just ran him down fast.
It looked like that running back was clear sailing. Mateo caught him in about 2 seconds, but a good gain on 1st down for Coal City. I think that's is that Arias who ended up with that?
Arias.
And he'll end up out to the 48-yard line and a gain of 28 yards.
Boy, he got loose in there. Nobody put a hand on him.
Hand off near side. A gain of a couple here, maybe 3, as they try to pound it off that left side. Let's see who ended up with that. It is Arias with the carry. He'll pick up about 3 yards. 2nd and 7 for the Kohlers here from the 49 of Wilmington. Like I said, you make a stop there, that really swings momentum in a hurry.
Yeah, well, it gets the team that made the stop. It gets them all excited. Their adrenaline's pumped up.
Pitch comes near side, and Arias gets hammered that time right at midfield. Wilmington not falling for the pitch that time. That's big old Blake Geis, who had none of that. And it'll bring up 3rd down and 7. Geis at 6'3", 250 pounds on that Wilmington defensive line to bring up 3rd down and 7 here for Coal City.
He came at him full speed ahead, and I tell you what, that old fellow from Wilmington didn't move.
Down to 6:20 to go in the half. Boy, this has been a fast-moving clock in this first half. Swing pass near side caught. There is no one out here for Wilmington. I mean, no one. I don't think that's a 1st down, though. The pass was completed to Blake Harsheim, and eventually Lombardi shoves him out of bounds, and this is going to depend on the spot here because he ran out of bounds.
They're giving him about a yard.
Boy, good grief. That's a really good spot. Down to the 42-yard line.
And he was out of bounds up here.
And it is a 1st down.
That is a crazy spot.
I'm going to tell you something. That's a good 1.5 yards downfield.
It is, but that doesn't matter. That's what they marked it.
But to be quite honest, Wilmington, there was no one out there on defense. He actually should have had that 1st down easily.
Who caught it and how many yards?
It'll be Harsheim, number 14, picked up about 7 or so there, close to 8. Pitch goes far side. This is Arias again. He'll pick up 2 yards on 1st down. Not a whole lot there. Looked like Gramlich and Landon Flynn combining on the stop. Bring up 2nd down and 8 for Coal City. Clock down to 5:40 to go in the half now. We mentioned this game didn't start till almost 8 o'clock, 7:50 or so. This first half has been about a half hour.
I mean,
about 35 minutes.
Yeah, it's whizzed by.
2 receivers to the near side, and now Coal City's going to have to use a timeout here as play clock running down in a hurry. And with 5:22 to go in the half, Wilmington leads at 7-3, but Coal City driving. Take a break. Come back with more Cats football in a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Quigley Technology Services is your local source for computer help. They have built numerous websites, including ours, here at the Christian Internet Sports Network. Quigley Technology Services also specializes in virus removal, so your computer will get back to full speed now. And you can trust them for first-class computer repair, including free local pickup and delivery, plus on-site service, including after hours. Contact Quigley Technology Services at 815-293-7844 or stop by at quigtech.com. That's QUIG tech.com. Phelan Acres Bible Church is the perfect place if you are looking for a church to call home. They have services every week, including Sunday school at 9:45, morning worship at 11, and Wednesday night prayer meetings at 7. Phelan Acres Bible Church is located at 26009 Willow Lane in Wilmington, Illinois. And for more information, call 815-476-7818. That's 815-476-7818.
Well, I mean, boy, they got back to action in a hurry. That timeout couldn't have been more than 30 seconds.
No.
And a really nice play on a pass by Hutchings to Harsheim, who ends up cruising all the way down to the Wilmington 10-yard line. That's a gain of 30 from Hutchings to Harsheim. It'll be 1st and goal for Kohlers in the 10. Boy, did this thing switch in a hurry.
Yeah, and the key to that was the back in the backfield getting the block, setting the quarterback free.
Pitch comes near side. Good gain on 1st down, all the way down inside the 5 to close to the 3. Bulls are on the stop as Connor Skubik will pick up a good 7, close to 8 yards on 1st down. And what looked like to be in control for Wilmington here through most of this first half is quickly spun over to Coal City. And I mean quickly. It'll bring up 2nd and goal from just outside the 2. Full house backfield here. Handoff comes left side. That will not get there. I believe that was Max Arias. He did not get in. It'll bring up 3rd down and goal from the 1-yard line. So now Coal City, if you don't get this, just go ahead and go on 4th. Or do you get points?
I don't know. I believe I'd like to go ahead and go for it.
I think I would go with Big 35. Brendan Nevin would be my go-to guy here. Full house backfield. They go to Skubik, and if he got in, it's barely, but he did. Touchdown, Connor Skubik.
Actually, the guy who tackled him knocked him in. He came from behind him and hit him and knocked him over the goal line.
So 9-7 the lead for Coal City. Here are 3:38 to go in the first half. Well, that's a good drive from the Kohlers. I mean, that's about as good as you can ask for Coal City. And again, Wilmington's problems through the years have been in that pass defense, and that's what's kind of caught them here tonight. That kick is good off the foot of Carter Copes, and that will make it 10-7 Coal City. 3:38 to go in the half. Take a break, come back with more Cats football in just a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
If you're looking for more information on Wilmington Wildcats football, then check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's. Each week, Coach Reentz goes over game film, takes questions from the audience, and presents the Offensive and Defensive Player of the Week awards. Plus, you'll get to hang out with other Wildcat fans and get the inside scoop on next week's game. So be sure to check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's. If you need something done around your house, chances are Beth's Busy Bees can get it done. They specialize in residential and commercial cleaning, but they can also do lawn care, small home remodeling and repair jobs, and even things like caregiving. Beth's Busy Bees is a small family-owned business, and they will treat you right every time. Call 815-685-9111 for Beth's Busy Bees today.
Well, Coal City goes straight down the field on an 80-yard touchdown drive and does so in just a couple of minutes. And the passing game tonight for Coal City has been the problem for Wilmington's defense. 10-7 is the lead for the Kohlers here with 3:38 to go in the half. Kick taken down at the 13-yard line, across the 20 to the 30, and out to the 33-yard line goes the return of Jacob Rodewald. Well, now for Wilmington, you're kind of in one of those spots where you really need to put a drive together and get some points on the board. The Cats started at the 10-yard line on their last drive, drove all the way down inside the Coal City 10. They tried to do a pitch play on 3rd down and 3 from the 6-yard line, lost 4 yards back out to the 10, and then the field goal by Trey Shaw was no good. And right after that, Coal City goes right down the field. Pitch comes near side, and a gain of 2, close to 3 on 1st down. And, we said earlier, I believe that's Lombardi on the carry. He'll pick up 3. We said earlier that Wilmington hasn't needed to pass it so far tonight.
Now they do.
You're approaching the time where you're going to have to do that, because when you didn't finish the last drive, it kind of puts you in that position.
Once again.
I mean,
no hurry up on Wilmington's part. They're taking their time and eating the clock up 2:57 and counting.
Stick with it for a little while, but some change of pace got to be coming somewhere. Here's a handoff underneath. This is Lombardi again, and they say he fumbled the football, and they're going to blow that down. I think he was easily down, but
yeah, he went and flipped on his back, and then it popped out.
Bring up 3rd down and 5 after a gain of 2. I mean, that could be one of those things you look back on video and it's not, but it certainly looked like he was flung to the ground and the ball popped out.
Right, that's what it looked like. He popped out. He has shoulders and a head on the ground hard, and the ball popped loose.
Bring up 3rd and 5 for Wilmington. We're down to 2:15 to go in the half, and if the Cats don't get a 1st down here, they're really getting into danger territory. 3rd down and 5. Handoff comes underneath across the 40, out to the 45-yard line. Goes Lombardi. He will pick up a 1st down on a gain of 7. And Wilmington will have it 1st and 10 from their own 45. It'll be interesting to see if at some point tonight Wilmington goes to that Connor Dempsey under center look. They have not done that yet, and they've done that a few times in the last couple of games too. They've kind of used that as a normal thing. 1st and 10, back to the double wing. Hopwood drops back to pass, steps up in the pocket, fires down the middle of the field, and it is incomplete, and that's not pass interference. That is just really good defense.
Yeah, that wasn't pass interference.
Really good defense by Max Arias down at the 20. It was intended for Anders Almberg. That's just, I mean, I'm sorry, that's good defense. That'll be a 15-yard penalty that shouldn't have been thrown.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think that's getting pretty picky.
I'm telling for the high school level, you can't play that any better than what he just did, and that'll be a 15-yard penalty and a Wilmington 1st down. I mean, I don't really know how else you want him to play that, but the Cats will see if they can take advantage of 1st down here, and Wilmington kind of needs one of those things right now. Double handoff. Dempsey trying to get around the corner inside the 40, 35-30, and Dempsey all the way down inside the 30-yard line to near the 28. It is a gain of 11 down to the 29-yard line of Coal City.
Well, he was almost tackled behind the line. He stiff-armed me right off of him. I think it was it number 6 that was?
I think so.
Arias?
Arias has been all over the place in this first half. 1:34 to go in the half. Back to the double wing here. Wilmington taking their time. And the pitch back. This is Lombardi. There's nothing doing there. Got maybe a yard. And Wilmington's going to use a timeout. 1:27 to go in the half. It's Coal City 10, Wilmington 7. As the Cats use a timeout here, be sure to stick around for our halftime show brought to you by Ricchetti's Cafe and Pizzeria. As Ricchetti's right here in downtown Coal City. They have those daily specials, so be sure to stop by there. Ricchetti's sponsor of our halftime show each and every week this year, and we do appreciate that. We'll have a check of your first half stats from this game here tonight. We'll also have our first check of the IHSA football scoreboard brought to you by Odekirk Allred and Associates. And boy, has that been a busy scoreboard tonight. And there's been some weird things going on in week 9. Reed Custer led Mantino for a while somehow. I don't know how that happened. Piatone was leading Herscher at one point, and I think Herscher came back and got the lead, and I'm pretty sure that game is tied at 21. There's just some odd things going on around the I-8 here in Week 9. That's one of those deals where in this particular conference, even when it's non-conference games, you get some just weird things that happen from time to time. Now, I don't think any of those scores will necessarily hold up, but you never know.
Why?
I mean, Reed Custer lost to Plano by close to 50 last week, and Plano has not been what you would call stellar.
No, they have not been.
Through the 2017 campaign, so I don't know.
Yeah, we have a timeout, by the way, in addition to Wilmington's timeout.
Yeah.
Player injured on the field. He got a little bit, it's either ankle or knee. He's walking.
That's
now.
Brendan Nevin, who would be a big loss for the Kohlers because he is the regular fullback for Cole City and also plays a lot on defense. And he's walking off under his own power, but doesn't look like he's comfortable by any stretch.
Yeah, he was on that last drive. He was a blocking back for the runner. He was open holes in there for him.
We'll see. Hopefully he comes back. You never like to see anybody lost to injury, particularly right before the playoffs.
No, that's right. Yeah.
So back to the double wing here. 2nd and 8 for Wilmington. Handoff comes near side. A wall of blockers inside the 20-yard line down to the 19 goes Matteo Lombardi. He will be close to another first down as Ryan Wazalewski on the stop for Cole City. It'll bring up 3rd down and a yard, but the key thing there for Wilmington is Matteo Lombardi got out of bounds.
Ew, how many yards did he get there?
Well, it'd be about another 6 yards or so. Well, again, that's a pretty friendly spot. The ball inside the 19. There have been a few of those friendly spots here tonight.
Yeah, there have been. There's a big one over
on both sides, too. So we'll.
Yeah, he gave him a nice spot there.
I mean, I think he did get inside the 20. I'm not so sure he got inside the 19, but we'll see if this ends up being a Wilmington first down or not.
I kind of think it will be.
So here's the sticks. No matter what, this is going to be a matter of inches one way or the other, I do
it's
believe.
Be close.
And it is. They still can't tell, and it is just short.
Wow.
I mean, that has to be by an inch or two.
Yeah, it was close.
In fact, they had to take a couple of looks at it just to be sure.
Yeah, after they got the chain stretched out, they took 2 more looks at it.
So, Wilmington will face 3rd and an inch from the 19-yard line of Cole City.
More important than that, we're 1:15 left in a half.
Back to the double wing. Pitch back to, this is Dempsey, all the way down to the 15-yard line. That will be enough for a first down. If Wilmington gets back up to the line here, they can snap the ball and not lose a whole lot of time. There's 1:10 left to go in the half. The Cats do have 2 timeouts left. So a gain of about 3 there. 1st and 10 from the 16 of Cole City. Pitch back to Dempsey again inside the 15. Down near the 13-yard line, and Wilmington's going to use a timeout with 55 seconds to go in the half. That'll be the 2nd timeout of the half for the Wildcats. It'll bring up 2nd and 8 from the Cole City 14-yard line. Take a break, come back with the last few seconds of this first half in just a moment. You're listening to Wilmington Wildcats football on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Warren's Collision Center is your hometown body shop. Your vehicle will get expert care with their drive-on frame rack and in their Bink spray booth. Warren's offers free estimates, pickup and delivery service, and they will get you set up with a loaner car while yours is in the shop. Warren's Collision Center is located at 242 North Front Street in Braidwood, or online anytime at warrenscollision.com. That's warrenscollision.com. Warren's Collision Center, where they care beyond the repair.
55 seconds to go in the half. Cole City leads at 10-7. Wilmington on the Kohler 14, almost down to the 13-yard line. It's 2nd down. We'll call it 7 for the Wildcats. They do have 1 timeout remaining, so they could potentially run the ball another time or 2 here. Back to the double wing again. And the handoff comes near side inside the 15 to the 10. 5. Lombardi, is he in?
Boy, it's close. I'd say about
They are going to call him out at the 1 yard line, I believe. Actually, about the half-yard line, as Matteo Lombardi tried to get to the corner of the end zone. He will pick up 12 yards.
He turned on the speed and literally outran the defense to the corner, even though they were there to try to cut him off.
Well, now for Wilmington, you could do pretty much anything here. There's 45 seconds left. The Cats still have a timeout. You could easily run 3, even 4 plays in this amount of time. So first and goal from the 1 yard line. Everything packed in again. Hopwood under center. Pitch back to Dempsey, and he is in for the touchdown. Connor Dempsey on a 1 yard touchdown run, and Wilmington gets the lead back. Now 13-10 with 41 seconds to go in the half. And for Wilmington, that's a lightning quick touchdown drive.
Boy, that is. For them to go that far is amazing.
And they still have a timeout left. And they ran the ball.
There's still
the entire time.
There's 41.5 seconds left in the half yet.
Well, this is an important extra point here for Wilmington. Josh Jones to snap. Golson on the hold, and the kick here from Shaw, and it is good. And Wilmington leads at 14-10, 41 seconds to go here in the first half. I'll be sure to stick around for our halftime show, brought to you by Ricchetti's Cafe and Pizzeria. Ricchetti's with those great daily specials each and every day right here in downtown Coal City. So a big thank you to them for sponsoring halftime this year. We'll have a check of your first half stats. We'll get you set for the second half as well. And our first full check of the IHSA football scoreboard, brought to you by Odekirk, Allred, and Associates. Boy, it's been a good first half, about as good as you can expect between Wilmington and Coal City. I mean, when you see this game on the schedule in Week 9, this is what you want to see, is what's going on tonight.
You want to see a good, rugged, nose-to-nose ball game. Boy, that's what we got. I was telling you, we got 41 seconds left in the half. Coal City will have their third possession right now, which means for 41 seconds they get this official possession, but it's only the 6th possession by team in the half.
And I'm going to tell you this much, 41 seconds is a ton of time with 2 timeouts if you're the Kohlers.
2 timeouts in a passing game. They do have a good passing game.
So we'll see what Wilmington elects to do on this kickoff. Sometimes they squib it and give the other team relatively decent field position. I don't know what the plan is here, but Trey Shaw will approach left to right here. And we'll see if they elect to just go ahead and kick this deep. And they will kind of bounce it down to the 38. It was loose for a second. And I believe Coal City got this, but there's a pile of people at the 36-yard line. We'll see who ended up with the football. Coal City does have it.
Yeah, Kohler had the ball.
It certainly looked like he had it clear before anybody got there, but
they tried to sneak him out of there, but it's correct. The Coal City's ball.
So Coal City will have it 1st and 10 from their own 36 with 39 seconds left. Now let's keep in mind here that Coal City does have a decent kicking game with Carter Copes. Now, I believe he will be kicking into the wind, so that would cut it down a little bit, but they get that ball down around the 20-yard line or so.
I'll tell you what,
they have a shot.
And Wilmington needs to get to the passer. They have not done a good job that day. Good blocking by Coal City.
Oh, and Coal City's going to take a knee.
Oh.
Well, that's
interesting.
That catches me by surprise. I mean, 39 seconds to go in the half and 2 timeouts and the ball at the 36. Apparently they're not willing to take an extra chance here. So Coal City's going to play it safe and just run out the clock here at the end of the first half. That guards against a pick 6 or something bad happening, I guess.
Well, they don't have to snap the ball then. The half's over.
And Coal City will head to the locker room, as will Wilmington. End of the half, 14-10 is the lead for Wilmington here over Coal City. We'll take a break. We'll come back and get your halftime show underway, brought to you by Ricchetti's Cafe and Pizzeria. We'll do that here in just a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Salon in Wilmington is an all-ages salon that will style your hair for that special look. They offer cuts, perms, and coloring for any fashion. They also carry Paul Mitchell and Brocato products. Teresa's Family Styling Salon is located in the Southgate Plaza in Wilmington, and you can call for an appointment at 815-476-1955. That's 815-476-1955. Racchetti's Cafe and Pizzeria in Coal City is all about relaxing with family and friends while sharing an authentic Italian festival of food. They are the home of the Chicago-style deep dish pizza, but they also have a full menu, including pastas, burgers, salads, and more. Check out all of their daily specials, too, online at racchettis.net. Racchetti's Cafe and Pizzeria is at 375 South Broadway in Coal City, and they are open till midnight or later every night. Stop in for an authentic Italian experience at Racchetti's.
Hey, Billy, where do you think you're going with that beer?
What's the big deal? He is at home.
Nice, Bob. Real nice.
Look, they're practically grown. They're juniors and seniors now, and they're here for the day. They're not going anywhere.
Yeah, that may be true for yours, but you can't let the others drink.
In Illinois, the social host law holds adults accountable for underage drinking.
If a minor who was drinking at your house injures or kills someone, you are guilty of a Class 4 felony. You get fined. You go to jail.
So, being the host, aka the adult, letting high schoolers drink is illegal.
Be their guide. Don't provide. If you or someone you know abuses alcohol or drugs, please call 815-476-1660. Help is only a phone call away.
This ad is brought to you by the Wilmington Coalition for a Healthy Community in partnership with ONDCP and SAMHSA.
Pro Real Estate is a family-owned business established in 1983. Its staff and sales agents work in all areas of real estate sales, from first-time homebuyers to experienced investors. Located at 506 South Water Street in Wilmington, clients are welcome to stop by to discuss their real estate needs or visit our website at pro-homes.net. For a private consultation, contact us at 815-476-7916. Breezer Construction Company is a proud supporter of Wilmington Wildcats football on the Christian Internet Sports Network. For over 40 years, Breezer Construction Company has led the way in providing quality construction to the industrial, utility, and pipeline industries. For more information on Breezer Construction Company, go to breezerconstruction.com. That's breezerconstruction.com. Or call 815-521-0900.
Your 2017 Color Pond.
Back here on the Christian Internet Sports Network as we roll into our halftime show brought to you by Racchetti's Cafe and Pizzeria. Wilmington leads at 14-10 here at the half in a game that's been kind of interesting. The Wildcats have pretty much dominated time of possession for the most part in that first half, other than a one drive by Coal City. And the difference, though, was that Wilmington, they went the whole length of the field, drove the ball 80 yards, and didn't get any points out of that drive.
Right.
And that really switched momentum, because then all of a sudden Coal City goes straight down the field and scores.
Yeah, you had Wilmington completely in control the entire game, and then they missed that field goal. They didn't get the first down, they didn't get the goal, missed the field goal, and Coal City then came on all excited, drove down the field and right straight in.
But then once Coal City scored, it's like that kick started something in Wilmington's offense. And they just started picking things up, went a little bit more up-tempo on the offensive end and went straight down the field and scored themselves. So really interesting first half of football. And the reason why we like this game at Week 9, because it's an entertaining game. It's good football.
Yeah, they both know what they can do and what they can't do by this time of the year. And it's a lot of fun to watch.
Well, we're here at the half. Our halftime show brought to you by Racchetti's Cafe and Pizzeria, which coincidentally right here in downtown Coal City. Your first half stats, first off, let's start for the Coal City Kohlers. Rushing the football here tonight, Connor Skubik, 4 carries for 7 yards and a touchdown. Max Arias ran the ball 5 times for 34 yards in that first half. Coal City, 10 rushing attempts, 42 yards and a touchdown in that first half. For Peyton Hutchings, he is 4 of 7 for 84 yards in that first half. Connor Skubik, 1 reception for 10 yards. It's Brandon Nevin with 1 reception for 37 yards. And Blake Harsheim with 2 receptions for 37 yards as well in that first half. So 4 of 7 for Hutchings for 84 yards. You combine that with the rushing in the first half for Coal City, and they have 126 yards of offense in that first half. For Wilmington rushing the football, Keaton Hopwood had that 1 carry for, is that 1 yard? I can't really tell what that is right there. I think it's 1 yard. Also, Connor Dempsey, 19 carries for 70 yards and a touchdown in that first half. And Mateo Lombardi, 12 carries for 115 yards and a touchdown. Wilmington attempted 1 pass, exactly 1, in the first half. It was incomplete off the hands of Keaton Hopwood, but it did draw a 15-yard pass interference penalty and kind of moved the ball downfield to kind of keep that drive going toward the end of the first half. So really, essentially, all of Wilmington's offense from 2 people.
2 people, yeah.
Connor Dempsey with 70 yards rushing and a touchdown. Mateo Lombardi, 12 carries, 115 yards and a touchdown, 186 yards of offense for Wilmington in that first half. Now, of course, some other important plays in that first half. The kicking game played a definite role in that half. Carter Copes with a 40-yard field goal earlier on in the half. And then when Wilmington drove the ball a good 80 yards, they had a kick set up for Trey Shaw, and Trey missed that kick wide left and kind of left the door open, and Coal City went straight back down the field. But
yeah, they were on that left hash mark, and he had it at an angle. Not an easy kick by any means.
No, for sure not.
But and it was absolutely close, but it wasn't in there. You're playing horseshoes, but not if you're playing football.
All right, got about 15 minutes or so before the start of our second half here tonight. I mean, it says 12 on the board, but we all know they add stuff to that.
Yeah, it's at least 15.
So we're about 15 minutes or so away from that. So we will take another break. When we come back, we'll have our first check of the IHSA football scoreboard brought to you by Odekirk Allred and Associates. We'll do that in just a minute. You're listening to the halftime show here on the Christian Internet Sports Network, brought to you by Ricchetti's Cafe and Pizzeria. Back here in just a moment.
When you need the very best representation on your side, the attorneys and staff at Odekirk Allred and Associates are here to help with extensive professional experience in cases involving criminal defense, divorce, custody, personal injury, residential real estate, and driver's license reinstatement. Odekirk Allred and Associates and its diverse team is prepared to commit personalized attention and aggressive representation to achieve positive outcomes for your most stressful legal issues. Odekirk Allred and Associates has a team of highly skilled attorneys from the area, including Wilmington locals. Odekirk Allred and Associates takes pride in its communication skills and unmatched reputation for success. Contact Odekirk Allred and Associates at 815-740-1700 or stop by their new office location in Wilmington at 1095 South Water Street for your free consultation today.
Heroin. I am Matt Baskerville. As a funeral director in Will County, I can tell you firsthand that I have seen results of heroin overdose.
Plainfield Shorewood, 4 dead. Lockport, 5 dead. I am Reagan Freitag. As Wilmington's local prosecutor and Will County board member, I can tell you I have seen the trouble and hardships of addictions.
Frankfort, Mokina, New Lenox, 6 dead. Bolingbrook, Romeoville, 6 dead. In Wilmington and Braidwood, heroin equals death or arrest.
Wilmington, Braidwood, 8 dead. Thanks to efforts of our local police departments, that number has dropped from 8 deaths in 2015 to 2 deaths so far in 2016.
If your family, your friend, or you are suffering from heroin addiction, there is help. Please call 815-476-1660 for more information.
Help is only a phone call away.
This ad is brought to you by the Wilmington Coalition for a Healthy Community in partnership with ONDCP and SAMHSA.
Quigley Technology Services is your local source for computer help. They have built numerous websites, including ours here at the Christian Internet Sports Network. Quigley Technology Services also specializes in virus removal, so your computer will get back to full speed now. And you can trust them for first-class computer repair, including free local pickup and delivery, plus on-site service, including after hours. Contact Quigley Technology Services at 815-293-7844 or stop by at quigtech.com. That's QUIG tech.com.
Back in the halftime show brought to you by Ricchetti's Cafe and Pizzeria right here in downtown Coal City. Wilmington leads at 14-10 at the half over the Coal City Coalers. That brings us to our first check of the IHSA football scoreboard, brought to you by Odekirk Allred and Associates. They have offices in both Joliet and now a new office in Wilmington as well. Let's start first off with scores from around the Interstate 8 here tonight. You know, we told you that Reed Custer at one point held the lead in that game with Mantino. That lead was 10-0. You want to know what that score is now? 33-10, Mantino over Reed Custer. So it started off well for the Comets. That led 10-0, and then Mantino rattled off 33 straight points.
That sounds more realistic.
Yeah, I think so. By the way, though, that Piatone-Herscher game hasn't gone away. Piatone and Herscher tied at 21 in what is a real good Week 9 matchup there as well.
That's a good one.
Other scores from around the I-8, Lyle leads Streeter. That score now 21-14. It's Plano 21, Westmont 8. Sandwich 20-0 over Seneca tonight. So again, I-8 scores. Piatone and Herscher tied at 21. Sandwich 20, Seneca nothing. Plano 21-8 over Westmont. It's Lyle 21, Streeter 14. And Mantino 33-10 over Reed Custer. Other scores tonight, Morris trying to move to 8-1 on the year. They lead Geneseo 14-0 in that game. Okay. So the Redskins out to a couple of touchdown lead over the Leafs, I do believe, from Geneseo. It's Plainfield South, a 10-0 lead over Minooka. That's a real good battle tonight. And, of course, those two teams are natural rivals. Plainfield South and Minooka can't be more than about 10 minutes from each other. And South leads that 10-0 over the Minooka Indians tonight. It's Thornton 7, Lincoln Way Central 6. Lincoln Way West leads Andrew 17-0 tonight. It's Homewood Flossmoor blowing out Sandburg. That score now 43-0. Bolingbrook up on Lincoln Way East. That score 14-12. Marist leads JCA tonight 21-14. Plainfield North leads Joliet West now 32-14. It's Lockport 14, Bradley Bourbonnais 3. Providence over Mount Carmel 27-14. It's Oswego 21, Plainfield Central nothing. Romeoville is winning a game.
That's what I was waiting to hear.
Don't go too crazy here, though, because it's 31-23 over Joliet Central. But Romeoville is leading a game, so we'll keep an eye on that tonight. I think they've won a couple of games here in the last 2 or 3 years. They're trying to get a win tonight. It's not been easy for, I believe it's the Spartans
I think it is.
Romeoville. They lead Joliet Central 31-23 here tonight. And Downers Grove North 14-0 over York. That's that section of the schedule for the night. Why not? Hey, we've got a good 3-hour halftime show here tonight. We might as well keep rolling through some scores. It's Neuqua Valley 14-7 over Glenbard North tonight. Naperville Central 28-14 over Lake Park. Wheaton North 14-3 over Wabansie Valley. Matea Valley 23-14 over Rock Island. Boy, where in the world are we going for the Rock Island? That's like 3 hours from here. Wheaton Warrenville South 21-14 over Naperville North tonight. It's Wheaton Academy 13-0 over St. Edward. Oh, by the way, our playoff pairing show is tomorrow night, 7:45 here on the network. Guess who the #1 team in 3A is going to be? Take a little guess at that.
Oh, that little private school.
Yeah. Immaculate Conception, the same team who won it last year.
Yeah.
They're beating Fenton tonight, 48-7.
Oh, my God.
They also defeated Bolingbrook earlier this year, not Bolingbrook, Brookfield. Riverside Brookfield 45-0, and Riverside Brookfield hadn't lost a game up to that point. That'll make things interesting. That'll make some things interesting in the 3A playoffs. Riverside Brookfield, by the way, speaking of which, 24-0 tonight over Glenbard South.
Oh, my. Oh, boy.
Willowbrook 21, Downers Grove South 6. It's Bennett 14-7 over Carmel. Montini leads St. Francis 42-0. Marmion and St. Rita, boy, that's a battle tonight. Marmion and St. Rita both tied at 14. It's Crystal Lake South 21-8 over West Chicago. West Aurora 6, Geneva 3. Glenbard East and Bartlett tied at 7, and Hinsdale Central leads Hinsdale South 14-0. Let's go back to our I-8 scoreboard here one more time because we do have an update or two there. Piatone now leads Herscher 28-21.
What a battle.
And what a win that would be for Piatone going into the playoffs. If they can knock off Herscher, and they lead it 28-21 tonight. Again, Sandwich 20-0 over Seneca. Plano 21, Westmont 8. Lyle 21-14 over Streeter, and Mantino 33-10 over Reed Custer. Morris tonight leads Geneseo 14-0, and Manuka trails Plainfield South 10-0. That's our first complete check of the IHSA football scoreboard. We're going to keep an eye on all that, particularly that Piatone-Herscher game, because I'd really like to see that thing through. And then tonight in our postgame show, we'll have our final check of the IHSA football scoreboard, and that will be another full check, and we'll get your finals on a bunch of those games. But here tonight, we still have a good 5 or 6 minutes before our second half gets underway, and that's kind of how long this night has been. I mean,
you think how late this game wasn't starting? We made up time during the first half. Boy, that first half went fast.
There are 45 minutes in between the fresh soft game and the varsity game tonight, and then a 20-minute halftime show. So that's an hour and 5 minutes in downtime.
I tell you what,
tonight.
If the people wanted the money's worth,
I guess that's it.
They got the money's worth tonight.
Well, the Cats lead it 14-10 here over Coal City as we get set to start your second half. We'll take one more break here. When we come back, we will get that second half underway. This is the halftime show brought to you by Ricchetti's Cafe and Pizzeria. Ricchetti's right here in downtown Coal City. So a big thank you to them. Take a break, come back with your second half in just a moment as the Cats lead at 14-10. Back here in just a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Phelan Acres Bible Church is the perfect place if you are looking for a church to call home. They have services every week, including Sunday school at 9:45, morning worship at 11, and Wednesday night prayer meetings at 7. Phelan Acres Bible Church is located at 26009 Willow Lane in Wilmington, Illinois. And for more information, call 815-476-7818. That's 815-476-7818. If you're looking for more information on Wilmington Wildcats football, then check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's. Each week, Coach Rinks goes over game film, takes questions from the audience, and presents the Offensive and Defensive Player of the Week awards. Plus, you'll get to hang out with other Wildcat fans and get the inside scoop on next week's game. So be sure to check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's.
What's up, man? Good to see you're here. Do you want a beer?
No thanks, I don't drink.
Oh, come on, relax. Have some fun. Everyone else is drinking.
We have a lot to do tomorrow, and I can't be all hungover from drinking.
Yeah, I'm having enough trouble with school, and sports, and clubs, and so much stuff.
I don't have time to be worrying about if I got caught drunk.
Come on, man. This will help relax your mind and worries, and you'll have a good time.
Oh, man, cops. Run. We better book it out of here.
I'm so glad we weren't stupid and didn't drink. I know, right?
The Wilmington Coalition for a Healthy Community is committed and proud to bring programs and resources to help area residents. Our mission is to build a safe, productive, and substance-free community through these programs. The issues and problems that come with alcohol and drug abuse are very real, and the effects can be devastating. If you or anyone you know is in need of help, please call 815-476-1660. Help is only a phone call away.
This ad is brought to you by the Wilmington Coalition for a Healthy Community in partnership with Sebring Goodman Teen Institute, ONDCP, and Samson.
If you need something done around your house, chances are Beth's Busy Bees can get it done. They specialize in residential and commercial cleaning, but they can also do lawn care, small home remodeling and repair jobs, and even things like caregiving. Beth's Busy Bees is a small family-owned business, and they will treat you right every time. Call 815-685-9111 for Beth's Busy Bees today. Warren's Collision Center is your hometown body shop. Your vehicle will get expert care with their drive-on frame rack and in their Bink spray booth. Warren's offers free estimates, pickup and delivery service, and they will get you set up with a loaner car while yours is in the shop. Warren's Collision Center is located at 242 North Front Street in Braidwood, or online anytime at warrenscollision.com. That's warrenscollision.com. Warren's Collision Center, where they care beyond the repair.
Back here in the halftime show, brought to you by Ricchetti's Cafe and Pizzeria. We get set for the start of the second half here tonight from Coal City. Right now, Wilmington leads at 14-10 over the Kohlers in what has been a very entertaining first half of play. And believe it or not, it's actually been a very fast first half of play, except for the fact that we didn't start the game until almost 8 o'clock. And that's not because the fresh soft game went late. That got over at 6:50. There's so many seniors tonight that that took an extra 45 minutes or so, and that pushed us way back. But I think we kind of caught up some of that time with the speed of that first half.
We had all the seniors they introduced with their parents and so forth. Then they introduced the seniors again on the football team only as they came out, so that took another 5 minutes. So, yeah, we started late, but, man, they made up for it once the game started. The clock just kept running.
Well, this should be a very interesting second half of football, as Wilmington dominated for much of that first half. And then what happened was the Cats had the ball on a time-consuming 80-yard drive, and then they stalled out inside the 10-yard line. Trey Shaw missed a field goal, and immediately after that, Coal City went 80 yards and scored a touchdown. And then immediately after that, Wilmington went all the way down the field and scored a touchdown.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the way the first half ended.
It's kind of like the team that has the ball last will get the last score, it seems like.
Although it didn't seem that way when the game started, because it didn't look like people were going to score that much here tonight. But the last 4 or 5 minutes of the half, scoring went crazy.
I mean, it took them a while to score, but they scored each time they had the ball, with the exception of Wilmington's missed field goal. And Coal City will get the ball to start off the second half. So,
so 14-10 is the lead for Wilmington. Trey Shaw will kick it off left to right here as Coal City will get the ball to start the second half. That's Gavin Williams back deep, but the kick is short and taken on a knee at the 26-yard line by one of the upmen for the Kohlers. That's Gio Ferrara, who fields it on a knee. And the Kohlers will have it 1st and 10 from their own 27. Now, Coal City tonight has found some success through the air. On the ground has been a little bit different, although when they got down inside the 10-yard line, they went to the rush, and it worked out just fine. So One tailback here, 2 receivers to the far side. Handoff comes near side. That's a good gain on first down, a gain of close to 8 by Connor Skubik. Bring up second down and 2 for the Kohlers. Well, it's a huge hole off that left side on first down.
Yeah, that's his best run of the night so far. He had 1 run of 7. Other than that, it's been 0, -1, and 1.
So they take Skubik out, and the new tailback is Max Arias. In the I formation here, 1 receiver to the far side. Handoff comes left side. Arias will pick up close to 5, and that'll be good enough for a first down for Cole City. Dempsey and Flynn out there for Wilmington.
Arias has good speed. He had 1 run of 28 yards in the first half.
So Cole City with 1st and 10 from their own 40-yard line. 2 receivers out to the far side, but tucked in a little bit. Handoff comes near side again, and that's a good backside tackle by Josh Jones, the linebacker, who just fills and drops Max Arias for a gain of no yards. Boy, that really looked like...
He had good blocking up front. Looked like he's going to sweep around this end, but nice pursuit from the back. Josh Jones.
So Jones in the tackle there makes it now 2nd and 10 for Cole City from the 40-yard line of the Kohlers. Again, back to I formation. 1 receiver to the far side. Up under center is Hutchings. Takes the snap. Hands it off. That's a huge hole off the outside. And cutting it across is Max Arias. And he'll be tackled down at the 30-yard line of Wilmington. Gain of 30 yards for Max Arias. Brock Bolzer makes the tackle, but I mean, there was no one on that side of the field.
Now, if you remember the other games we've been in, that's been the weakness on that running play around the ends. They don't seal off the ends good.
There was 1 receiver and 1 defender out there, but other than that, there was nobody on the far side of the line. So back to I formation for Cole City. 1st and 10 from the Wilmington 30. 2 receivers to the near side. Hutchings pitches it off the left side. That's not going to go anywhere. Matter of fact, it's going to lose a yard or 2. Good pursuit by Wilmington defensively. That's Arias on the carry. And the tackle made by Jake Hill, a 6'1", 225-pound senior. Now 2nd and 11 for Cole City. Well, the Kohlers have gone to the run game here in the second half and have been very successful here early.
They've had 2 nice big runs.
Now 1 lone tailback here for the Kohlers. And keeping it right side is Hutchings, looking downfield, fires, incomplete. And actually, Hutchings is very lucky that that wasn't intercepted.
Yeah, he was.
Because there are a few guys out there, threw it behind his intended receiver, which was Brendan Nevin, and it'll bring up 3rd down and 11.
Boy, Hutchings has a nice, strong arm. He rifled that shot. In fact, he rifled it a little too hard.
So 3rd and 11 for the Kohlers from the Wilmington 31-yard line. Again, going right to left to start this 3rd quarter. 9:22 to go in the quarter, and Wilmington leading at 14-10. Everything packed in here. And dropping back is Hutchings. Fires near side. That is caught. And a nice move inside the 30 to the 25, all the way down inside the 15 to the 10-yard line as Harsheim ends up picking up 21 yards and a Cole City first down.
Once again, there's nobody within 5, 6, 7, 8 yards of the receiver. Nobody was on him. That's happened time and again.
Really nice move by Blake Harsheim inside the 20-yard line to get it all the way down to the 10. Just made 1 nice step back to the inside. And 1st and goal for Cole City from the 10 of Wilmington. Hutchings drops back, fires far side, and almost intercepted by Connor Dempsey. And I mean, that was probably should have been picked off, but Connor turned around at the last second. Pass was intended again for Nevin. A nice job by Dempsey to turn around. I thought he was going to come away with it. Bring up 2nd and goal for Cole City from the 10. Well, Hutchings is going to keep messing around here and end up throwing a pick sooner or later. 2 receivers to the far side. Handoff. Arias comes near side, and that's going to be a touchdown. And that was way too easy. Arias just kind of was patient. Got a couple of blocks off the near side. And Arias goes into the end zone, and Josh Jones talking with an official on the near side, asking about something. And it will make it 16-14 Coal City. And Josh was not happy at all about something that happened down there. I don't know if he was complaining about being held or what. So good snap, good hold, and the kick is good by Carter Copes. 17-14 is the lead for Coal City. 8:48 to go in the third. Take a break, come back with more here from Coal City in just a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Teresa's Family Styling Salon in Wilmington is an all-ages salon that will style your hair for that special look. They offer cuts, perms, and coloring for any fashion. They also carry Paul Mitchell and Brocato products. Teresa's Family Styling Salon is located in the Southgate Plaza in Wilmington, and you can call for an appointment at 815-476-1955. That's 815-476-1955. Racchetti's Cafe and Pizzeria in Coal City is all about relaxing with family and friends while sharing an authentic Italian festival of food. They are the home of the Chicago-style deep dish pizza, but they also have a full menu, including pastas, burgers, salads, and more. Check out all of their daily specials, too, online at racchettis.net. Racchetti's Cafe and Pizzeria is at 375 South Broadway in Coal City, and they are open till midnight or later every night. Stop in for an authentic Italian experience at Racchetti's.
17-14 the lead for Coal City as Carter Copes approaches here and kicks off right to left. This will come down at the 20-yard line, taken by Rodewald on the run across the 30 and out to the 34-yard line. Wilmington will take over there 1st and 10. Well, I'll say this. Coal City struggled to run the football in the first half, and the first drive of the second half, they run it straight down the field and score a touchdown. And really with very little difficulty.
That is true. They had a 10-yard run, a 30-yard run, an 8-yard run. Boy, it's racking them up.
1st and 10 for Wilmington from their own 34. Pitch back to Dempsey, and he will be stacked up out at the 39-yard line. A pickup of close to 5 on 1st down for the Wildcats. Bring up 2nd and 5 for Wilmington from their own 39. For Wilmington, I'm fairly certain that they can score if they hang on with the football, but
yeah, if they
the way things have gone tonight, I don't know if they can stop Coal City.
They haven't proven they can do that yet.
So 2nd and 5 for Wilmington from their own 39. Back to the double wing again. In motion, Lombardi gets the pitch across the 40, spins away, 45. Mateo still going out near midfield and out to the 49-yard line. A gain of 10 for Wilmington and a Wildcats 1st down.
Austin Pilara on the tackle. 1st down, 10.
7:55 and counting here in the third quarter. Wilmington once again just staying patient on the offensive end. Same lineup they've had all night as Dempsey with that little stop motion now gets the pitch inside the 50 and will get down near the 47-yard line of Coal City. A gain of 3 or so. Close to 4. It'll bring up 2nd down and 6. I mean, Wilmington has not even really attempted to throw the ball tonight. They did one attempted pass that ended up in a pass interference penalty on Coal City, which probably shouldn't have been pass interference. And the Cats now 2nd and 6. Pitch comes near side. Good blocking on the outside inside the 45 to the 40. Lombardi inside the 35 down to the 33-yard line.
Boy, that was nice patient running again. came out with speed to get out here quickly, and then he just zigzagged his way up the field.
That's a gain of 14 on the run by Matteo Lombardi to the Coal City 33. And again, that's the impressive thing about watching Matteo. He just doesn't hit the hole going full speed. He waits for blocks to develop and doesn't turn on that full speed till he's downfield and in the open.
Well, when he gets in the open, he just switches gears.
Back to the double wing. Dempsey trying to get the left side off the pitch. Inside the 35 to the 30. Down to the 25-yard line before he's tripped up.
Nice block out there that time. I didn't see who it was, but a nice lead block.
A gain of 8 yards or close to it on first down. By the way, Piatone is extending that lead. It's 35-21 over Herscher.
Really? You're kidding.
Piatone out to 2-touchdown lead in the second half of that game. And that's an interesting score here tonight. So 2nd down and 2 for Wilmington. Ball down to the 25-yard line of Coal City. Back to the double wing again. Hopwood keeps it, has a first down and more. Inside the 15, Keaton all the way down to the 11. And that will be a gain of 14 yards for Keaton Hopwood. And see, that's the play I was talking about earlier tonight. When they went to pitch it to Connor Dempsey,
yes,
I thought he was going to pitch it and keep it because there was nobody.
I didn't think they'd go to Dempsey again because they were going to be keen on Dempsey, and he did.
Yeah, they did, and you know, they tried to go back there again, but pitch comes near side, and this is Lombardi with a wall of blockers, and he's just going to cruise into the end zone. I mean, there was 3 or 4 blockers out there for Wilmington, and Matteo Lombardi scores for the Cats, making it now 20-17 Wilmington with 5:38 to go in the third quarter as Lombardi scores from 11 yards out. Well, now the question becomes, can either one of these teams stop the other?
Yeah, that's the question. Neither one has been particularly successful at it, that's for sure.
So once again, Josh Jones to snap, Golson to hold, and the kick attempt here by Shaw. And it is good. So Wilmington leads it 21-17 with 5:38 to go in the third quarter. We'll take a break. Come back with more Cats football in just a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Pro Real Estate is a family-owned business established in 1983. Its staff and sales agents work in all areas of real estate sales, from first-time homebuyers to experienced investors. Located at 506 South Water Street in Wilmington, clients are welcome to stop by to discuss their real estate needs or visit our website at pro-homes.net. For a private consultation, contact us at 815-476-7916. Breezer Construction Company is a proud supporter of Wilmington Wildcats football on the Christian Internet Sports Network. For over 40 years, Breezer Construction Company has led the way in providing quality construction to the industrial, utility, and pipeline industries. For more information on Breezer Construction Company, go to breezerconstruction.com. That's breezerconstruction.com. Or call 815-521-0900.
Wilmington leads it 21-17 here with 5:38 to go in the third.
Well, now here comes the test. See if Wilmington can actually stop Coal City's offense. But Coal City has so many things they can do. That's what's giving Wilmington fits.
Well, the other problem for Wilmington is when they run in between the tackles, Wilmington has no problem stopping that. When it goes to the outside, that's when things get a little dicey. This bounces down and will be covered up at the 37-yard line as Trey Shaw just tries basically a little pooch kick there.
Well, I would like to see him kick that ball farther down the field.
And it could be, I mean, and Trey is still very new at the kicking game, so that could just have been a missed kick too, and that has happened this year. That's not always drawn up like that, but he's done a really nice job.
He's kicked some good long ones. Let's see.
Well, I formation for the Kohlers. This has worked out for them this half. Handoff goes right side. That's a real nice run, just kind of banging forward on first down. Connor Dempsey ends up making a tackle, I think. Trying to see who ended up with the football. Looks like Max Arias had it. And it'll bring up 2nd down and 5 off a good run on 1st down for Max Arias. I will tell you what I like about Max is that he runs downhill. He gets the football, he's going full speed.
Yeah, that's true.
Here it comes right side. Almost broke it free again. And another gain of close to 5 yards. Connor Dempsey on the stop, but good run by Max. A gain of 5 more, and it should be a Coal City 1st down. At least looks like a 1st down.
I would say so.
Well, and they do call it a 1st down.
This is getting to be crazy. Neither team can stop the other.
No. It really is. That's what it's coming down to now. Can somebody get a stop? 4:34 to go in the 3rd. And handoff comes left side. Another hole, but that closes in a hurry. Trying to see who it was that came up on that backside. That's
28, 29.
Blaine Shiree, I believe, who ended up making the stop for the Cats. And Arias loses a yard, bringing up 2nd down and 11. So I'll bring up 2nd and 11. 2 receivers to the far side. Tailback again is Arias. Gets the handoff, broke a tackle, but there's so many people back there that he still lost.
45 in the backfield with him?
3 yards. That's Andrew Gramlich. And Arias loses another 3 yards. It'll bring up 3rd down and close to 14. Boy, nice play by Gramlich to hang on.
Wow.
So 3rd down and 14 for Coal City. Ball back at the Kohlers' 44-yard line. Boy, it's a big 3rd down for this Wilmington defense. 2 receivers to the far side. Now 1 in motion coming back. And Hutchings pressured. Almberg was there. The pass is intercepted. That is a really nice play by Anders Almberg. And Brock Bolzer with the interception. Boy, Anders came off the edge, and he got to Hutchings in a hurry and forced what was just kind of a lob of a pass, and Bolzer just settled underneath it and picked it off. But really, if you're Coal City, that's not a huge negative play, really. I mean, they're going to have to punt the football anyway, and Wilmington will have it 1st and 10 at their own 36. Well, that Hersher game continues to get more interesting now. 35-28. Piatone. 1st and 10 for Wilmington from the 36 of the Cats. Pitch comes near side. Lombardi trying to get the corner. Broken initial tackle and now spins ahead across the 40 to near the 42-yard line or so. Pick up about 5 yards on 1st down. They'll bring it back to the 41. Bring up 2nd down at 5.
Well, teams are making good yardage on the runs. Wilmington is as well. But it seems like you're paying for it every time, too.
Well, and so far tonight, Wilmington has gotten away with not passing it too much, if at all. In motion is Dempsey, gets the pitch across the 40, 45, and looks like he fumbled the football, and that would be a huge turnover if Coal City got it. We'll see here, and still no signal. Coal City does have it. So the fumble gives it back to the Kohlers as Connor Dempsey coughs it up. And that could be a huge turnover for Coal City. Wilmington finally got a stop defensively and was moving the football, and Connor Dempsey has it stripped out of his hands, and Coal City will have it a 1st and 10 from the Wilmington 47-yard line.
Well, that's what Wilmington didn't want to do right there.
Well, that's how the game goes. Now you have to get your defense out there. Wilmington not even close to being set defensively, and a handoff to the far side. This goes inside the 35-yard line, down in the 33. I don't know what in the world's going on with Wilmington defensively, but No one was set. Matter of fact, no one was even close to being set. The whole Wilmington defense was on the right side of the field and ended up going to the left side.
Now, they've been prone to doing that but in times past, not getting set on defense very quickly, and the other team is hiking the ball, and they're not ready.
A gain of 15 on first down. And now Wilmington reeling a little bit. And now 1st and 10 out of the I formation. Handoff up the middle. That goes nowhere. Wilmington finally got set defensively. And Max Arias will not get anything on that. It'll bring up 2nd down. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 here for Coal City. By the way, that lead for Morris, that's disappeared too.
Really? Oh, no.
Morris and Geneseo are tied at 14. So 2nd down and 10. Now I formation, 2 receivers to the near side. As the swing pass, Hutchings near side. Caught inside the 35 to the 30. Now near the 27-yard line. Gavin Williams on the reception. It'll be a gain of about 6 yards or so. Bring up 3rd down and a long 3, maybe short 4 here. Under 2 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter, and Coal City trying to take advantage of a Wilmington turnover out near midfield.
You say Gavin
Williams. Hand off. This is a hole off the right side. It will be enough for a 1st down by Max Arias. He'll pick up 5 yards and a Coal City 1st down. So Coal City will have it 1st and 10 from the Wilmington 21. Boy, there's been a couple of times tonight that Wilmington has just kind of had some momentum killers. One was the missed field goal in the first half, and the other one was the turnover just a moment ago. This is Hutchings rolling left side, trying to get the corner, and will get down inside the 20 near the 15-yard line. And they're going to mark him out and around the 16-yard line or so. Holy cow, where are they going to mark this football? I guess they're going to move it back to the 16 now, bring up 2nd down and 5. Well, see, and that's the play that I thought Wilmington would go to a few times, which was Hopwood just keeping it.
Right. Makes a lot of sense.
2nd down and 5. Handoff comes left side. And this will get spun down to near the 13-yard line. So Rodewald and Dempsey combine on the stop, but that's usually somewhere in the neighborhood of face mask, but I don't know. We'll see here. If it stands, it will be a gain of 3 yards or so.
Was that Arias again?
It is. So a blow to the head. Personal foul called against Wilmington.
Oh, my land.
I don't know. So it'll be a Coal City 1st down. The ball will go down to the Wilmington 6. I'm not really sure how you can have a blow to the head when a guy's rushing the football. That usually is a defenseless player kind of thing. But in any case, that's what they go with. Full house backfield here. Handoff goes right side. This is going to go for a touchdown. That's a nice play. And a run into the end zone by Connor Skubik as Matteo Lombardi could not make the tackle. And Coal City goes back on top, 23-21.
Flag.
And there's a flag down in the end zone as well. So I don't know what this flag is for. I mean, it came in way after everything. And I mean way after everything. And a personal foul on Wilmington. But if that personal foul, I don't know.
Foul against the Wildcats. No idea what he did, but he went over to talk to Reitz in a hurry. He must have swore or something.
Well, let's see what. Let us explaining it, Coach Reitz, what exactly happened.
Did you happen to see how long that touchdown run was?
Well, it'd be 6 yards.
Okay.
Well, they're going to go ahead and enforce that on the kickoff. So, extra point coming up here from Copes, and this will make this a 3-point game, and it is good. 24-21 the lead for Coal City with 1:13 to go in the third quarter. Take a break, come back with more Cats football in a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
When you need the very best representation on your side, the attorneys and staff at Odekirk, Allred & Associates are here to help with extensive professional experience in cases involving criminal defense, divorce, custody, personal injury, residential real estate, and driver's license reinstatement. Odekirk, Allred & Associates and its diverse team is prepared to commit personalized attention and aggressive representation to achieve positive outcomes for your most stressful legal issues. Odekirk, Allred & Associates has a team of highly skilled attorneys from the area, including Wilmington locals. Odekirk, Allred & Associates takes pride in its communication skills and unmatched reputation for success. Contact Odekirk, Allred & Associates at 815-740-1700 or stop by their new office location in Wilmington at 1095 South Water Street for your free consultation today.
24-21 is the lead for Coal City. Now this is interesting. If you're Coal City, do you risk going onside kick here?
No, Hersher beat them all.
I'd be tempted to try something here. Get it down around the 35 or 30, or you could just boom it through the end zone and put them at the 20, I guess. And this is going to be a shorter kick. Taken at the 3-yard line across the 10 and 15 and out to the 18-yard line it goes, and that's where Wilmington will take it 1st and 10. Now, to be quite honest tonight, Coal City hasn't stopped much of anything that Wilmington has had offensively. Wilmington has kind of been their own worst enemy.
Yep, they've certainly been that, all right.
They missed a field goal that was kind of a short one, although not necessarily a gimme for Trey Shaw, but still a makeable field goal. They missed that, and then they had a turnover at midfield after picking up a couple of first downs. They've really kind of just done it to themselves. 1st and 10 for Wilmington from their own 18. Pitch back to Dempsey. He'll get out across the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Hunter Dempsey, the ball carrier,
and
tackled by a host of Kohlers.
So I'll bring up second down and 5 for the Cats. I am kind of surprised that we haven't seen Dempsey go to that quarterback position at all tonight. So I thought maybe they would do it just to mix things up a little bit. That's what's happened in almost every other game this year, but the Cats have gone exclusively with Hopwood under center tonight.
Yeah, it's been different.
Back to the double wing, pitch back to Dempsey. Out across the 25 to the 26-yard line. So I'll bring up 3rd down and a couple for Wilmington here from their own 26.
On the tackle, assisted by Gio Ferrara. 3rd down, 2.
And that'll bring us to the end of the third quarter. Well, Coal City leads it 24-21 over Wilmington. We'll take a break, come back with more Cats football here in just a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Quigley Technology Services is your local source for computer help. They have built numerous websites, including ours, here at the Christian Internet Sports Network. Quigley Technology Services also specializes in virus removal, so your computer will get back to full speed now. And you can trust them for first-class computer repair, including free local pickup and delivery, plus on-site service, including after hours. Contact Quigley Technology Services at 815-293-7844 or stop by at quigtech.com. That's QUIG tech.com. Phelan Acres Bible Church is the perfect place if you are looking for a church to call home. They have services every week, including Sunday school at 9:45, morning worship at 11, and Wednesday night prayer meetings at 7. Phelan Acres Bible Church is located at 26009 Willow Lane in Wilmington, Illinois. And for more information, call 815-476-7818. That's 815-476-7818.
24-21, the lead for Coal City as we start the fourth quarter. Wilmington will have it 3rd down and 2 from their own 26. Back to the double wing here as the pitch back across the 25. It'll be enough for a first down out to the 30 or so. And Cats will reset the down markers as Connor Dempsey with the carry. Picks up 4 yards and a Wilmington first down. Brandon Nevin on the stop, and good to see Brandon back in there tonight after getting shaken up in that first half, but he's been in there pretty much ever since then. Came out for a little bit, but got right back in the game. Back to the double wing here. 1st and 10 from the 30. Pitch over to Lombardi. 30, 35. Mateo out to the 37, and he lost the football, but I believe it went out of bounds. Boy, Wilmington just not hanging on to the ball here in the second half. Fortunate enough that the ball ended up going out of bounds, and it'll bring up 2nd down and 3 after a gain of 7 on first down.
Yeah, he got hit right in the back and drove him sideways out of bounds. And it was a pretty hard knock.
2nd down and 3 for Wilmington from the 37. Pitch back to Lombardi. And he will not have the first down, but he'll be close. It'll bring up 3rd down and about half a yard or so. A gain of close to 3 yards. Give him 2 to bring up 3rd down and less than a yard here for Wilmington. Well, and if you're the Cats, this is 2-down territory, I do believe, because
you gotta have
they have really struggled to stop Coal City. 3rd down and less than a yard. Back to the double wing again. Pitch back to Lombardi. He's got the first down. And Lombardi will pick up about 2. It'll give Wilmington another first down as it comes down to close to 10 minutes to go in this fourth quarter. And
I think only one time tonight have they gone cross green with the offense misdirection.
There hasn't been a lot. They've taken a couple of shots with that wingback coming back underneath.
Yeah,
but that's been about it. Pitch goes to Lombardi, far side across the 45. Mateo churns ahead out near the 49-yard line. Matter of fact, almost all the way out to midfield.
Looked like he wasn't going to get much, and he went backwards.
And they will mark this at
about 8 yards.
Midfield, so it'll be a gain of 8. The 2nd and 2 for Wilmington.
Let's see. That was Lombardi, wasn't it?
Well, the key for Wilmington here is you can't have any turnovers. You need to use a ton of time off that clock before you get in the end zone.
That's for sure.
2nd and 2 from midfield. Hopwood pitches it near side. This is Dempsey, patient inside the 45. Down near the 42-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 and another Wilmington first down. I said before, I'm not so sure Coal City can stop Wilmington other than fumble.
Not unless Wilmington stops them, yeah.
So all the way down to the Coal City 41-yard line, down to 9 minutes to go in the game. Coal City leads Wilmington 24-21. Back to the double wing here. Hopwood under center, pitches it back again. And this shoved forward for a gain of close to 3 by Connor Dempsey.
Connor Dempsey, the ball carrier.
That'll bring up
Logan Berard and Aaron McMurtry on the tackle.
second down and close to 8. And there was nowhere for Connor Dempsey to go.
No, it was
all just a wall. And 4 down linemen now for Coal City. Here comes that back underneath. This is Connor Dempsey. And he'll pick up maybe 3. And it will bring up 3rd down and 5 for Wilmington. But the Cats have not done anything out of the box tonight.
Nope, nothing.
Not a thing. The only thing they've really tried was Keaton Hopwood on 1 pass attempt down the middle of the field, and they ran 1 double handoff.
Yeah, that's one I was
that I remember earlier tonight. But that's been it. Everything else has been straightforward. They give them actually an extra yard. It'll be 3rd down and 4. Hopwood's going to keep it himself, and he did not quite get there. He's going to pick up about 3 yards, and it'll bring up 4th down and about a half yard or so for Wilmington. Well, this is a big 4th down for Wilmington. This is not a first down. They're looking at it, and they might actually want to bring the chains out. But based on where the chain is here on this side, it's on the 38, if not just the other side of the 38, which means it should be. The 41. Excuse me.
Yeah, it should be about.
It should be
6 inches or something.
At the 41 or inside the 41, which means it should be at or inside the 31, and the ball is sitting well to the right of the 31-yard line. So if this chain is actually 10 yards long, this should not be a first down. We'll see if I'm right. No, it's not even close.
No,
it's almost a half yard.
About a football length.
Well, it's like I said, all you got to do is look at where the chain is.
Yeah,
the ball is on the right-hand side of the yard marker, and the chain is on the left-hand side of the yard marker. It's relatively easy to deduce that it's not a first down.
This could be the game right here.
It very well could be. You're right, because I don't think Wilmington can stop Coal City.
If they get 2 scores behind them, it'll never happen.
All right, 4th down and a half yard for Wilmington here. Like we said before, if you can't pick up a half yard.
Boy, look at this. They're all bunched in here.
Keaton Hopwood will keep it. He's got it easy. And I mean really got it.
Really easy, like 4 yards worth easy.
Hopwood all the way down to the Coal City 28-yard line. Got to pick up a good 3 yards, almost 4. Trying to see who. A couple of guys a little slow getting up off the pile for Wilmington, but everybody looks all right. Down to 7:15 to go in the game, and Wilmington with another fresh set of downs at the Coal City 28. Boy, this has been kind of one of those classic Wilmington-Coal City matchups.
It's a battle. It's really a battle.
1st and 10 for the Cats from the 28. Handoff goes far side to Lombardi. Trying to get the corner. He's not going to do it. A gain of maybe a yard. And again, I mean, that was a little bit almost misdirection. They used Lombardi coming back underneath, but there hasn't been anything really, again, out of the box. It's been fairly straightforward tonight.
Well,
so a gain of a couple. Bring up 2nd and 8 for Wilmington.
Yes, you know what it's been thus far. It's been Wilmington's offensive line opening holes.
Onto the 26. Now Connor Dempsey. He'll churn ahead down near the 20-yard line. And a gain of close to 7. Brendan Nevin on the stop. And Wilmington will have it 3rd down and 2 from the Coal City 20. So 3rd down and a couple. Coal City trying to figure out a way to stop this Wilmington offense. The Cats back to the double wing again. And Hopwood going to keep it, and he has a first down. Down to the Coal City 15-yard line. A gain of 5 more, and Wilmington will pick up another first down. But this is kind of what we talked about before, though. Getting to here has seemed to be not too big of an issue. Getting over this hump is something different.
Yes. It always gets a little bit more difficult when you get in that red zone.
Back to the double wing again. 1st and 10 for Wilmington. Pitch back to Lombardi. Has a hole, almost broke free, all the way down to the 5. Matter of fact, shoves his way down to the 3-yard line. And a Wilmington first down. A gain of 13 on that run by Matteo Lombardi. The ball just outside the 3-yard line. Wilmington knocking on the door, and they've used, well 2/3 of the 4th quarter for this drive.
Yeah, they started 107, and now they're down to 5:01 in the 4th.
So Cats back up under center. 1st and goal from the 4-yard line. Pitch back to Lombardi. Working right side, down near the goal line. I don't think he got in. And Lombardi gets it down to about the goal line. Mateo not quite into the end zone, but
well, excuse me. I've got this thing. Can't see.
A gain of 3 on that run by Lombardi. And that clock continues to roll, down to 4:20 to go in the game. Wilmington knocking on the door, 2nd and goal from the 1. Hopwood under center, takes the snap, pitches it back. And this is Connor Dempsey into the end zone for a touchdown. Boy, Connor Dempsey just managed to get into the end zone.
Well, he got hit good and hard right going into there. I wondered if he was going to make it at first.
Now, again, for Wilmington, the extra point is very important. We've seen the fact that Coal City can kick a field goal from 40 yards out easy. So if you get a extra point here, it would make it to where they need a touchdown.
15.
So Trey Shaw on to attempt the extra point here with 4:13 to go in the game. A little bit of a high snap, but a good hold by Golson, and the kick is good by Trey Shaw. 4:13 left in the game. Wilmington now leads at 28-24 over Coal City. Take a break. Come back with more Cats football in just a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
If you're looking for more information on Wilmington Wildcats football, then check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's. Each week, Coach Reentz goes over game film, takes questions from the audience, and presents the Offensive and Defensive Player of the Week awards. Plus, you'll get to hang out with other Wildcat fans and get the inside scoop on next week's game. So be sure to check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's.
.413 to go in the game. Wilmington to tee it up at the 40. Trey Shaw to kick it off right to left as we're inside the press box here tonight at Coal City. Boy, this has been a classic Wilmington-Coal City football matchup tonight. So we'll see what Trey Shaw does here on the approach. And he'll kick it a little bit shorter. It bounces at the 25. Picked up there and returned out to the 33-yard line by Harsheim. And it will be a Coal City first down from their own 33. Both teams, by the way, with their full complements of timeouts at 3 apiece. The problem for Wilmington is that Coal City has had no problem moving the football in the second half.
And big bites at the same time, too.
By the way, Morris took a 17-14 lead on Geneseo. Geneseo went right back and scored, making it 21-17 with 50 seconds left in that game. 2 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near. Swing pass out to the far side. That'll be a gain of 4, close to 5. As Gavin Williams will pick up about 4 yards. It'll bring up 2nd down and 6.
2nd down, 6.
So Williams caught the ball and went out of bounds, but the official never told him to stop it. So it should be probably at least 4 minutes here left on that clock, but we'll see.
Well,
4 minutes on the clock. 4 minutes. Got it.
So they'll reset this clock to 4 minutes. So Coal City will have it 2nd down and 6 from their own 37-yard line. 2 receivers back to the near side. 1 tailback here for Coal City as well. Hutchings drops back to pass, fires it near side. Boy, he overshot everyone, and I mean everyone. The only one really out here was Blake Harsine, but that was a good 15 yards over his head. And it'll bring up 3rd down and 6 for Coal City. And my thing is, if you're Coal City, I'd just keep rushing the football.
They were making lots of gains.
You have 4 minutes and your full complement of timeouts. That's more than enough time to keep running the ball.
Now they got themselves.
And they've had no problem doing it in the second half. But
and Wilmington has got to have somebody coming after the quarterback.
So it'll bring up 3rd down and 6 for Coal City. Everything packed in with 1 tailback. And Hutchings drops back to pass. Looking left side, gets away from 1 defender, and he's going to be dropped back at the 35-yard line. It'll bring up 4th down and 8. Good pursuit by Wilmington defensively. I believe that's Shiree who ended up getting to him. It'll bring up 4th down and 8
you can give
for
that,
Coal City.
Give that success there to the defensive backs. They kept them well covered. He had to eat the ball.
Now, this is a big 4th down, but this game would not be over by any stretch, even if Coal City doesn't get this, because they do have all 3 timeouts left. But could they stop Wilmington is the bigger question. 4th down and 8. Wilmington trying to back up a few guys to play some defense here, and a timeout to Coal City, and that could really hurt you.
Yeah, that's a crucial timeout.
The Polars really might need those 3, but we'll see. Timeout to Coal City, 3:05 to go in the game. 28-24 Wilmington, 4th and 8 for Coal City after this on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
If you need something done around your house, chances are Beth's Busy Bees can get it done. They specialize in residential and commercial cleaning, but they can also do lawn care, small home remodeling and repair jobs, and even things like caregiving. Beth's Busy Bees is a small family-owned business, and they will treat you right every time. Call 815-685-9111 for Beth's Busy Bees today.
28-24 is the lead for Wilmington. 3:05 to go in the game. Coal City's going to have it 4th down and 8 from their own 35-yard line. Be sure to stick around for our postgame show brought to you by Warren's Collision Center. Warren's, where they care beyond the repair, right across from McDonald's there in Braidwood. We'll have your final stat totals here tonight. We'll talk to Coach Raintz, and we'll have a final check of the IHSA football scoreboard brought to you by Odekirk Allred and Associates. 4th and 8 for Coal City. Hutchings drops back to pass. Pressured, fires near side. It is caught out at the 45-yard line. Beautiful pass, and what a grab by Harsine at the 45. It is a gain of 10 yards and a Coal City 1st down. Well, again, Wilmington brought pressure, but way too late. It was almost like a delayed blitz.
Yeah, it was way too late. You can't give them that kind of time on a short pass like that.
He had a good 4 or 5 seconds. The Cats really need to try to get some pressure somewhere along the line here. As Hutchings under center and drops back to pass. Pressured, and this set up on the near side, and that's blown up by Josh Jones. They tried to run a screen pass, and it looked like that was open, and Josh Jones just blew that up in a hurry.
You know, like the way he held back about 3 or 4 yards off the right? And then he came full speed ahead.
Max Arias got crushed back at the 43-yard line. In fact, he was kind of slow getting back to the huddle. It'll bring up 2nd down and 12. And again, Coal City up to the line in a hurry. Hutchings will hand it off, and there's a huge hole. Arias up the sideline inside the 40, all the way down to the 30-yard line of Wilmington.
That same run on the outside with nobody cutting it off.
One.
Ball spotted at the 33-yard line for Kohler. First down.
A gain of 25 yards and a first down for Coal City. The other problem for Wilmington tonight has been Coal City going up tempo, and Wilmington is nowhere even near ready.
See they aren't even in position yet.
Yeah, the handoff comes right side, and that's not going to go anywhere. A gain of a couple for Max Arias. Coal City clearly okay with using the entire rest of this clock and either winning or not.
Yeah, they're not going to give Wilmington an opportunity to get the ball back.
Bring up 2nd down and 8. I'm amazed that Max Arias could pull off that run after getting just blown up by Josh Jones. And he's over on the sideline now, struggling to make it to the bench. And we've got a flag down as somebody came running off late for Coal City. And this could be either delay of game or an illegal substitution. Depends on what they do here. I think this is 12 men on the field, more than likely.
Yeah, they did that once before and never called that.
I'm not really sure, though, because if you're not...
They broke the huddle. They broke the huddle with an extra guy.
I'm not really sure. I missed what he called. It's got to be an illegal substitution or illegal participation. It'll bring up 2nd down and now 13. So the clock runs down to 1:40 to go in the game. Coal City clearly using all this clock, and it's either do or die on this drive. 2 receivers to the near side now. The fullback goes to the far side. Hutchings drops back to pass. Fires down the left side, incomplete and wide open.
Wow.
I mean wide open at the 10-yard line was Connor Skubik. There was.
That was a touchdown. That was a touchdown right there.
3rd down, 13.
Skubik couldn't have been more wide open than he was there, and it was just kind of thrown over his head.
No pressure on the quarterback at all.
None. I mean, Wilmington there was some pressure coming real late, but again, once you give him 3 or 4 seconds, it's too long.
Yeah, he can't have that much time. He's too effective.
Down to 1:27 to go. Coal City facing 3rd and 13. They really need just to pick up a chunk of yards here to make it manageable on 4th down. And now Coal City will have to use another timeout.
Wow.
And it for sure is just all or nothing on this drive. There's nothing left. If they don't get a first down now, the game's over. You got 2 downs to get there. It's 3rd and 13. Sure to stick around for our post-game show brought to you by Warren's Collision Center over there in Braidwood. Warren's, where they care beyond the repair. Right across the street from McDonald's. We'll have final check of your stat totals here tonight. We'll also talk to the head coach of the Wildcats, Mr. Jeff Raines. And we'll have a final check of the IHSA football scoreboard brought to you by Odekirk Allred and Associates. It's been a wild night. Morris lost real late in that game.
That's too bad.
We're winning almost the entire night and then just kind of blew a lead there toward the end. On a night where Reed Custer at one point led Mantino.
Can you believe that?
Piatone beat Herscher.
I don't understand that one either.
Lyles losing a streeter. I mean, what in the world's going on?
3rd down, 13.
So 3rd down and 13 for Coal City. And now 1 receiver in motion to the near side to make 2 receivers and 1 tailback. Hutchings drops back to pass, has a ton of time, fires into the end zone. It is it caught? No. Well, Wilmington came away with the football. Wilmington comes away with the football, but they call it a touchdown. I don't even think he had the ball. Well, there's no way it's a touchdown. Wilmington had the ball. I mean, it clearly has got to be an interception that was ruled a pass interference. There's no way it's a touchdown because Wilmington caught it.
No.
That should be pass interference. It was intercepted by Wilmington on the play, and they'll talk about this and make a call. He called a touchdown before even seeing who ended up with the football.
Right.
And we'll see what this call is.
The booth up here has got it figured out.
Well, regardless of that, you can't. If it's that questionable, it's not a touchdown anyway. So they'll take this back. It's incomplete. And it will be.
Now, what did they call that?
And I don't know what the flag should be. I don't know. There's a flag in the end zone, though. There's a flag down in the end zone. And I'm not sure what the flag was.
What was that all about?
I thought the flag was defensive pass interference, to tell you the truth.
I didn't think he interfered with him, but.
And I'm not sure. Did they say what the flag was for?
No.
Anything?
Yeah, he did.
What was it?
He pointed like this on the side.
Well, that certainly looked like defensive pass interference, but I'm not sure here. They're going to have to talk this over.
I think the coach is a little angry.
I mean, I don't think it was a touchdown, but I certainly think it had to have been pass interference on somebody, right?
Well, I thought they were just both
They
fighting
never
for the
even
ball.
called what the penalty was, I don't think.
I thought they were just both fighting for the ball and who was going to come out with it. They both went up after it simultaneously.
I don't know. I mean, I can't blame Coach Hutchings. They called a touchdown, so I would be upset too. I mean, there's. I don't know. I don't think anybody has a clue now what they're doing. They initially called it a touchdown. Then they called it an interception. I don't think anybody actually said what the penalty was, and now I'm completely confused as to what's actually going on.
Oh, now the coach is asking his crowd over here, was it a touchdown or not?
Well, the problem is you've changed the call twice. Boy, we've seen some doozies this year.
This is unbelievable.
I mean, the officiating has just been.
I think they were both fighting for the ball coming down with it. I don't think Coal City ended up with it, but I don't think they like it.
I don't know. I have no idea really what to say about this other than they're still discussing it.
Oh, my land.
I'm going to tell you, if they reverse it again, everybody, I mean, that's going to be
good
luck.
We lost our public address announcer. I don't know.
Well, I don't think anybody has a clue what's going on.
I think everybody's trying to find out.
Listen, clearly, I don't think it was a touchdown. However, I do think it was pass interference. They must have called offensive pass interference.
I think so.
Which I don't understand that either. And then they called it a touchdown, reversed it, said no touchdown. No one has yet to say what the penalty is actually supposed to be, and now they're still discussing it.
How would you like to be those guys out there now trying to decide this?
I mean, you have no idea how important this is because home playoff advantage and all those kind of things, that could all hinge on this call for either Coal City or Wilmington, either one. You know, Wilmington wins this game, they probably get a home playoff game. If Coal City wins this game, they might get a home playoff game.
It can't be a touchdown because you have to control the ball coming down.
Well, right. That's what I was saying.
He didn't have the ball. He didn't keep the ball.
Whether or not he had the ball in the air is immaterial if he doesn't come down with it.
If he doesn't come down with it in his control, it's no touchdown.
My problem still is it should be pass interference regardless.
But
should it not?
Now, if they called that, I don't think it was, but if they called it, that'd be livable.
I mean, this is ridiculous. We're now at the point where they've been discussing this for a good 2 minutes. Well, now they're calling everybody off the field.
You got to be kidding me.
I have never seen. I've seen some weird stuff this year. We've said, how many times did we say this year we've never seen that happen before?
I don't know, but a lot.
Oh,
my. That's crazy.
I am so confused.
Well, what really confused the whole thing was the guy calls the touchdown before he sees that he doesn't have the ball under his control. That opened up the rest of it. Now, he could have called your pass interference and gotten out of the
shouldn't there be something?
back there. I would, unless you're going to call it an interception, it's got to be something.
I'm going to tell you right now, if they change that back to no touchdown, Wilmington's going to go crazy.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if they...
I don't know, but you better do something quick because it's getting restless. And I mean it's getting restless.
Now they've called it.
And why does the Coal City coach get to go out there if the Wilmington coach, now they're going to bring Jeff Reitz out. So Hutchings and Reitz are both meeting out at the 20-yard line.
This looks like walk 10 paces.
I've been around a lot of crazy things, especially this year. This one beats them all. I don't know. The one earlier this year where they called Lombardi for hurdling somebody when he stepped around the side of him.
That was terrible.
And brought back an 80-yard touchdown run or whatever it was.
That was terrible.
That was pretty bad. I don't know how could you be discussing this? It's either a touchdown, not a touchdown. To me, it's one or the other, is it not?
Well, both the coaches got their hands going. The Coal City coach was more animated, so I think it's going against Coal City.
This is unbelievable. I mean, no matter what happens with this is unbelievable.
I mean, I really did think it was
either way, this is an insane way to end a football game. And I mean an insane way to end a football game. I am perplexed, and Coach Hutchings is going to lose his mind. And to be quite honest, I can't blame him, really. I mean, of course, Wilmington win is good for the Wildcats football program, and Reitz is just going, all right, let's go. You can just tell what he's doing. All right, you made your decision, let's go. And I don't know. They're going to leave this called as an interception for Wilmington, and I'm not. Let's be clear on this, too. I don't even know if he intercepted it. He just came out of there with the football.
Well, when they went down to roll over, he came up with the ball, not the other guy.
My thing was, it probably should have been an incomplete pass. He caught the ball in the air. He did not come out of there with it.
Right.
But it for sure should have. I mean, they never said the penalty at all, did they?
I mean,
I don't think they ever announced what the penalty actually was.
I think they just called it an interception and going to bring out the 20.
Well, I don't know, but Wilmington's got the ball at the 20 somehow.
I'd just take a knee.
I mean, Wilmington rushes the football, and Coal City has one timeout left. They're not going to get the ball back. I don't even think there's enough time to get it back.
And the bad thing about this is too good a game to end this way.
Yeah, it's crazy. This is crazy. I mean, you got to get to the point where for a game, we had just a good old-fashioned I-8 football game tonight. We're coming out of the wire, and that is how the whole thing ends, and that's just
now,
I don't know. It's been a goofy year, but that one that tops it all, I do believe.
I mean, I don't think it'd be right to give him a touchdown because I don't think he had control of the ball all the way down to the ground.
I don't either, but I don't think you can prove that he intercepted it either.
And so I think what you said, either call it an incomplete pass because they didn't get it all the way and they were fighting for it, or pass interference, bring it out here, play it over maybe. I don't know.
I will tell you, out of everything that could have possibly happened there, that was the last thing I thought was going to happen, was them award an interception. I thought maybe interference, maybe incomplete pass. Okay. So second down for the Cats, 2nd down and 6. Pitch comes back, and
I'd like to ask you a simple question.
This is going to be stacked up eventually.
Why in the world are you running with a chance of getting that ball ripped out of your hands?
Well, I mean, technically, there's still some time to run off here. You don't want to, you for sure don't want to give it back to Coal City. I mean, the Kohlers don't have a timeout left at this point, so this game is now effectively over. But
they just called their last time out. That was just a while ago. So
I mean, Coach Hutchings was hot. I can't blame him. I probably would have been too. I'm not sure it was a touchdown to begin with, but what happened after that, just that can't happen.
I don't think it was ever a touchdown, but I do think.
I mean, I don't know. Wilmington's going to get a win out of this, but That's one of the strangest endings to a football game maybe ever.
That is. And really, like I said, it's really too bad to have a good game like this end that way. That's too bad.
All right. Well, that brings us to the postgame show brought to you by Warren's Collision Center. Warren's, where they care beyond the repair. And ladies and gentlemen, we apologize for the way that thing went down, but that's really just how it is, and we're as confused as you are.
I mean, I think
at this point. So
I think they ended up calling it an interception because as they were coming down and twisted over, the Wilmington player actually took the control of the ball by the time they got to the ground. But I don't know.
I don't know.
That's a play that's going to live in infamy.
It will. It will. We've seen a lot of strange things this year. That one's really, really strange.
Yeah, that is.
28-24 is the win for Wilmington here tonight. The Cats will go to 8-1 on the year. As Coach Raints and Coach Hutchings talk that over, I can only imagine what that conversation is like.
Boy.
We'll take a break. We'll come back with your final totals and the final check of the IHSA football scoreboard, too. And, boy, do we have some stuff to talk about tonight. Coach Raints will be up here in just a few minutes. That's going to be interesting. Take a break. Back here in just a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Warren's Collision Center is your hometown body shop. Your vehicle will get expert care with their drive-on frame rack and in their Bink spray booth. Warren's offers free estimates, pickup and delivery service, and they will get you set up with a loaner car while yours is in the shop. Warren's Collision Center is located at 242 North Front Street in Braidwood, or online anytime at warrenscollision.com. That's warrenscollision.com. Warren's Collision Center, where they care beyond the repair. Teresa's Family Styling Salon in Wilmington is an all-ages salon that will style your hair for that special look. They offer cuts, perms, and coloring for any fashion. They also carry Paul Mitchell and Brocato products. Teresa's Family Styling Salon is located in the Southgate Plaza in Wilmington, and you can call for an appointment at 815-476-1955. That's 815-476-1955. Racchetti's Cafe and Pizzeria in Coal City is all about relaxing with family and friends while sharing an authentic Italian festival of food. They are the home of the Chicago-style deep dish pizza, but they also have a full menu including pastas, burgers, salads, and more. Check out all of their daily specials too online at racchettis.net. Racchetti's Cafe and Pizzeria is at 375 South Broadway in Coal City, and they are open till midnight or later every night. Stop in for an authentic Italian experience at Racchetti's.
Heroin. I am Matt Baskerville. As a funeral director in Will County, I can tell you firsthand that I have seen results of heroin overdose.
Plainfield Shorewood, 4 dead. Lockport, 5 dead. I am Reagan Freitag. As Wilmington's local prosecutor and Will County board member, I can tell you I have seen the trouble and hardships of addictions.
Frankfort, Mokina, New Lenox, 6 dead. Bolingbrook, Romeoville, 6 dead. In Wilmington and Braidwood, heroin equals death or arrest.
Wilmington, Braidwood, 8 dead. Thanks to efforts of our local police departments, that number has dropped from 8 deaths in 2015 to 2 deaths so far in 2016.
If your family, your friend, or you are suffering from heroin addiction, there is help. Please call 815-476-1660 for more information.
Help is only a phone call away.
This ad is brought to you by the Wilmington Coalition for a Healthy Community in partnership with ONDCP and SAMHSA.
Back here on the Christian Internet Sports Network as we move to our postgame show brought to you by Warren's Collision Center. Warren's, where they care beyond the repair, in a game that just kind of a wild and wacky ending here tonight, and especially after the play on both sides of the ball from these teams, and then to kind of have things decided the way they were was a little, well, not a little anticlimactic. It's extremely anticlimactic. Apparently, the call in the end zone was offensive pass interference, which is what you kind of have to eventually come to the conclusion of when they didn't enforce the penalty. So if they would have ruled it a touchdown, then the penalty would have negated that anyway, but Coal City still would have had the football. Instead, they ruled, despite calling a touchdown, they ruled it to be an interception, and then also ruled for the offensive pass interference. Of course, the Cats took the ball and then ran out the clock, but certainly a bizarre scenario to end this game tonight. And it's all, in some ways, it's just kind of the way we expected, I think, this season to come to a close after some of the stuff that we've seen in a 2017 campaign. But Wilmington does get the win tonight. They go to 8-1 on the year. Coal City will drop to 6-3. We'll get to your final scoring totals here in just a moment. Let's have our final check of the IHSA football scoreboard, brought to you by Odekirk Allred and Associates. Let's start, first of all, in the Interstate 8. Streeter ends up beating Lyle tonight, 36-29. And the shocker of the night, I guess it's not really a shocker, but it is a little bit of a surprise. Piatone 35-28 over Herscher. So Piatone knocks off Herscher in the last week of the regular season. Sandwich 46-6 over Seneca. It was 34-8 Plano over Westmont. And Reed Custer, after leading 10-0 tonight, loses 61-17 to Mantino. Morris lost very late, 21-17 to Geneseo. In fact, Morris took the lead in the last couple of minutes of that game, and Geneseo came right back down and scored to win the game. And Minooka also loses to Plainfield South, as South wins it 10-7 over the Indians here tonight. A couple other scores from around the area. It was Lincoln Way East 18-14 over Bolingbrook. Marist 42-14 over Joliet Catholic tonight. Plainfield North 38-14 over Joliet West. Lockport 24-10 over Bradley Bourbonnais. It was Providence now losing. I don't know if that game's final yet or not. 35-34 Mount Carmel over Providence. Oswego 30, Plainfield Central nothing. Romeoville gets a win tonight, 45-23 over Joliet Central. So the Spartans finally get a victory on the board. And let's see, a couple more scores here. Final tonight for all those teams in 3A that are looking forward to the playoff pairing show. Immaculate Conception beat Fenton 62-7. So I think that one is kind of 3A is just who ends up being in Immaculate Conception's way down the stretch, I do believe, because they have just been annihilating pretty much everyone. By the way, they beat Riverside Brookfield 45-0 a couple weeks ago, and Riverside Brookfield just has that one loss in the year. Riverside Brookfield beat Glenbard South 37-7 tonight. So just kind of think about that for a moment when you think about the 3A brackets tomorrow. If you can only hope that you get put on the opposite side of the bracket and that the time you meet them is in the state championship, because outside of that, I just don't know who's going to challenge them.
Nobody
at all.
in 3A is going to challenge them.
All right, our final stats here tonight. First of all, let's start with Coal City rushing the football. Peyton Hutchings, 2 carries for 3 yards. Connor Skubik ran the ball 6 times for 21 yards and a couple of touchdowns. Max Arias, great night for Max. 20 carries, 128 yards, and a touchdown. Coal City tonight, 29 rushing attempts, 153 yards, and 3 touchdowns. For the Kohlers through the air, Hutchings was 10 of 16 for 154 yards. Connor Skubik, 1 reception for 10 yards. Brandon Nevin, 1 reception for 37 yards. Blake Harsheim caught 5 passes for 97 yards tonight. Gavin Williams, 2 receptions for 10 yards. 154 through the air, 153 on the ground. Good balanced attack for the Kohlers. 307 yards of offense tonight. For Wilmington, Keaton Hopwood, 5 rushing attempts for 26 yards. Connor Dempsey, 31 rushing attempts, 127 yards and 2 touchdowns. Matteo Lombardi tonight, 23 carries, 191 yards and 2 scores. Wilmington attempted one pass. That's right, one tonight. That resulted in a pass interference penalty. Wilmington, 59 rushing attempts, 344 yards, and 4 touchdowns. The Cats outgained Coal City 344 to 307. And
wow.
That is the
what a night.
Final total.
Once again, this is only the craziest season. We have seen some of the craziest things happen.
It's been, yes. That's a nice way to kind of put that, I think.
Yeah, it was, boy, what a fantastic game. Again,
yeah, it really
what a
is.
game to see it in that way. Right.
It really is just a shame at this point that that's the way that whole thing comes to a close. Now, if they would have explained, first of all, the penalty, if anybody would have actually made that call, then that helps a little, because then you could have said, okay, even if they ruled it a touchdown, that would get taken off the board, and it would go from the 40 back to like their own 45-yard line or something. Now, granted, it still would have been third down, but it would have been 3rd and 30 or whatever it was, but they would have had another shot. Instead, what happened is they call the touchdown, they don't call the penalty, then they call an interception. We have a 10-minute meeting in the middle of the field, and then they determine that they're going to keep it an interception, but nobody ever really explained what the penalty was.
And the real key to that whole thing was the first official calling the play a touchdown before he saw actually who caught the ball.
Now
that opened up a can of worms.
That was the problem, is that he called the touchdown, and quite honestly, there really wasn't another official back there. So he calls a touchdown, then they rule it an interception. In the meantime, there's a flag which ends up being offensive pass interference, but no one knows that until essentially after the game is over, unless you're one of the teams on the field. Then they clearly know, but yeah, that was
it was just
for a Week 9 game. That's just a classic Wilmington Coal City matchup. For things to kind of unravel like that at the end is a shame. And we'll talk to Coach Raines here in just a second. Matter of fact, he's on his way up here right now. We'll kind of get what he was explained there toward the end of that game. I mean,
yeah, it isn't the way that we all wanted it to end, that's for sure. But it was a fun game to watch.
I mean, it was. That's a nice play at the end of the game. It's actually a pretty good defensive play. And just the entire night, it was a nice pass. I mean, there's a lot of things there, just top to bottom. Good football game tonight. But the real big problem there was initially calling it a touchdown, then calling it an interception, and then talking about it for 5 or 10 minutes. And that just kind of – at that point, it doesn't matter what decision you make then. Well,
the official assumed it was caught by him when it was going in, but he didn't look to see actually who had the ball. And, oh, boy.
But, I mean, even if you went ahead and reversed it back, then Wilmington sideline's going to go crazy. I mean, at that point
you're not
once you make that decision, just go with it. Just make a decision, go with it.
Yeah,
and
that's what you have to do.
It is what it is. And, they try to talk about it and come to a conclusion, but
guarantee you won't please both sides of the field.
Well, you can't. No. And with that kind of call, you won't.
No.
But, yeah, that's an interesting. Well, while we're waiting on Coach Raines here, and he'll be up here in just a second. Matter of fact, he's trying to wind his way up here at the moment. Tomorrow night, 7:45, our IHSA playoff pairing show. We'll kick that thing off at 7:45. 8 o'clock is when they start releasing all the pairings. 3A usually comes out between right around 8:30 or so. We'll have those for you. And not just 3A, by the way. We'll have pairings 1 through 8A, and we'll talk about all those and kind of get Coach Raines' thoughts. We're going to try to have him call in tomorrow night as well and get his thoughts on the opponent for 3A. But clearly, anybody who's in the same brackets with IC is going to be in a little bit of trouble.
People. Yeah. It's like
it will be Wilmington at some point. I mean,
it's like
whether it's the first round or third round or state championship or whatever, somebody's got to go through them. And
it's like being committed to a firing squad is what it is.
It's just the way that team is playing. And
say they can't be that good. Oh, yes, they can.
You want to know the crazy part about IC, too, is they don't even have their starting quarterback anymore. He got injured in like the second week of the year. And they have their backup quarterback is running that offense, and they're scoring 50, 60, 70 points a game.
That's amazing.
It's an interesting dilemma if you're in 3A.
I think they could almost pick any section of state, play for it, and have a chance to win it.
Well, and Chicago Phillips, by the way, who is in 4A last year and almost they might actually drop to 3A this year if everything stayed the same. They petitioned the IHSA and moved to 5A, which they will probably win 5. I mean, they could have a legitimate shot at 7 or 8A. And if I'm running a program, that's what I want to do. I want to play some stiffer competition. I mean, winning by 50 or 60 every week throughout the playoffs isn't exactly, the tough games that you're looking for come playoff time. So, we'll talk to the head coach of the Wildcats, Mr. Jeff Rains. And, Coach, before we get to all that happened there at the end, lost in all that happening toward the end of the game tonight, that was a real good, I-8 football game between a couple of powerhouses and good old-fashioned rivals. And you get a win tonight, albeit with some weird things happening there at the end of that game.
Yeah. First and foremost, a lot of credit to both teams. What a great effort game it was tonight for both teams. Not one punt, unbelievable.
Yeah.
And, I'm disappointed in the way we played defensively, but I tip my hat also to the Coal City staff. They did a good job of changing up some things. And we were kind of running all over the place. You guys probably saw that, so I'm not happy about that. But flip side, offensively we controlled the ball. I thought that was huge for the game. I think offensive line-wise we were able to do some good things. And, we weren't too extravagant tonight. We, do what we do. I know Coal City's banged up too, and all their kids that played, great effort for them. But we're fortunate to be on the right side of the call at the end. Both teams were battling. And so now we're, lo and behold, here we are, 8-1 going into the playoffs. And so we get to host next week. So we're happy about that.
Well, we were up here trying to figure out what was going on. How did they just kind of explain what happened there? Because that's where we all kind of got lost.
The biggest thing I got is the call was offensive pass interference, and we intercepted. Okay. They did have a referee mistakenly put up his hands, touchdown. So, of course, the Coal City staff, which I get, they're fired up. But they made their call, and then they went back and wanted to double-check their call, and obviously that takes time. And then, a lot of things started happening. But that's what I took out of it. But there was a lot going on there. Yeah. I hope I'm getting it all right. But that's what I took from it.
Well, and that's kind of where I think where everybody here, in the stands and up here, got lost was the fact that they never said what the penalty was. I think if they would have came out and done that immediately.
So they went offensive pass interference. We intercepted it, and then. But then they had a guy put up his hands for touchdown, and so obviously, I'm with you there.
Yeah, we've had a few interesting things this year, and kind of add that one into the list. But 8-1 now. Now you sit back, go through a little bit, kind of what happens between now and pairings and all that kind of stuff tomorrow night as we get into playoff mode here.
Well, first off, I need to calm down tonight. That's the first thing we're going to do. And secondly is, we'll get our, just like Coal City, we'll get our parents tomorrow night like everybody else, and go from there. But no, it'll take a little bit to come off this one here tonight. And so, but in the morning we'll meet with our kids like we always do. We'll weight lift them, and I think injury-wise, I checked with our trainer just before I got up here, and injury-wise we're pretty good. And so I'm happy with that. We're going to be healthy going into the playoffs. And then we go from there. But going back to this, it's a great rival. We're fortunate to be on the right side of it tonight. As you saw in the JV game, they got some great kids coming up. They're pretty young, and so they're going to be very good in the years to come. We're fortunate to get out tonight with a win, and but we're happy. We're happy to be 8-1. I think a lot of people after our Mantino game would have been very surprised if they would say, "Hey, you guys are going to be 8-1 this year." And so, but I'm happy for our kids, no doubt about it.
All right, Coach. Congratulations on that win tonight. We'll talk to you at some point tomorrow in the middle of all that madness.
I might be in the hospital, guys, just to let you know. So. All right. Hey, guys, thanks a lot for everything, okay?
Thanks, Coach. So, Coach Jeff Rains joining us here on the postgame show, brought to you by Warren's Collision Center, where they care beyond the repair, right across the street from McDonald's there in Braidwood. Well, Wilmington wins it tonight. They go to 8-1. Coal City drops to 6-3 in one of those bizarre endings. But the Cats more than likely will host a playoff game. We'll have that entire show for you tomorrow night, 7:45. And Coal City, by the way, at 6-3. Whoever draws that
feel
in
sorry for
4A, yeah, that's a 6-3 team who that's not probably a true representation of what they're going to bring to the table. So that'll be interesting. That whole thing, kind of watching where 4A goes, will be kind of interesting.
I'm going to be interested to see how they do against who they draw.
Yeah. Well, that'll do it tonight. A big thank you to everyone here at Coal City High School. I know it's late, and they probably want to get out of here. At this point, we want to get out of here as Wilmington wins it 28-24 over Coal City. We'll see you tomorrow.